God-level entry system and I can kill monsters to explode entries. Chapter 81. Shen Junwu was stunned. At that time, he was traveling in the wilderness, on the line between life and death, and his life was in danger at any time. Shen Junwu didn't feel anything. After separation, Shen Junwu couldn't help laughing every time he thought of Feng Fanyu, and he also missed her parting kiss. What's more, the awesomeness has been blown out. If he doesn't even save Feng Fanyu's blood relatives, how can he conquer Feng Fanyu and call him daddy? If you don't conquer her, how can you embarrass the Bailey family? Nemas, I'll fight hard for her to call me daddy. Shen Junwu was forced to be a bad guy for once. You are awesome. Dongfang Bingyan gave a thumbs up. This was a perfect excuse. What a cow. Shen Junwu's eyes moved and he suddenly smiled evilly. If you, Oriental Beauty, are willing to call me daddy, I will give up on that irritable woman Feng Fanyu. Get out. Dongfang Bingyan was so angry that he kicked Shen Junwu in the butt. I'm serious. Shen Junwu did not evade, and kept on grinning. Not only you, Nangong Beauty, Feng Beauty, and Comfort Beauty are willing to scream, I am willing to give up Feng Sanyu. Dealing with her will offend the Bailey family to death, it's not worth it. Roll, roll, roll. Dongfang Bingyan, Nangong Qianyu, Feng Lin, and Su Fulei immediately cursed. It's been a long journey. They have a certain understanding of Shen Junwu, but they like to take advantage of others, but in fact they are not bad. Su Fulei has been carrying him for so long, and she hasn't seen him make any small moves. He can be regarded as a good man with a bottom line. Approach quickly. When the group of 6 people were about to take action, Shen Junwu immediately stretched out his hand to stop them, stood on a high place with a smile and said loudly, Hey, everyone is so excited. It's so late at night, we're actually playing cat and mouse here, it's so fun. Shen Junwu, shut up. Baidang Zongdao yelled angrily. If you want to take action, come here, if you don't want to take action, get out. Tough. The Baidang family is worthy of being a family of sword gods, quite arrogant and tough enough. Quote. Shen Junwu was not angry. Baidang Chongdao has this kind of character, impulsive, bloody and frank. He is the simplest and most loyal person among this group of people. See this. Lin Ju and others could only stand still and see what Shen Junwu could do. 10 minutes, 20 minutes, for half an hour, Shen Junwu still watched motionless. He had smoked 7 or 8 cigarettes and still had no intention of taking action. Shen Junwu, what do you want? Feng Fanchen couldn't bear it anymore and spoke helplessly. That's right. If you have something to say, if you can't bear it, don't bear it. Shen Junwu smiled playfully. I am not only obsessed with women, but also very realistic. As long as I have money, everything is easy to talk about. Make a price. Bailey Sheji can still hold on, and is confident that he can lead them out. Only, the final result is that they are all too exhausted and are in danger when they are attacked by a herd of beasts. Readily, Shen Junwu stretched out a finger to indicate. 100 million, I'll give it to you. Bailey Sheji proudly agreed. No, you misunderstood. Quote, Shen Junwu waved his fingers. That's 1 billion per person. Why the hell don't you go and grab it? Baidang cursed heavily. A 7th level alien beast king is only worth 100 million, but Shen Junwu opens his mouth and is worth 1 billion. When is the current money still before the spiritual energy is revived? Can any consortium provide tens of billions of funds? Smart, aren't I just taking advantage of the situation? Shen Junwu grinned. You don't have to give, and I don't have to save you. Everything is left to your own free will. I never like to force others. Hearing this, Lin Ju and others rolled their eyes. You even said you were taking advantage of others, and you also said you don't like to force others. How stupid. It's a headache to be on bad terms with this kind of person. Okay, we'll give it. For the sake of the overall situation, Bailey Sheji could only agree. A gentleman's words are swift and his horse is whipped. Shen Junwu laughed loudly and immediately moved away. The next second, Shen Junwu appeared directly behind the strongest 5th level, Giant Rat King. If the induction is correct, the strongest 5th level, Giant Rat King, is also a spiritual type. I don't know what innate skills it has, so it has been hiding behind it. Because of its existence, Bailey Sheji was unable to break out of the encirclement. Every time a hole was opened, giant rats would immediately fill it up, always trapping them in the encirclement. The Julie Rat King had discovered Shen Junwu a long time ago, and as soon as he saw Shen Junwu, he burrowed into the earth. Can you leave? Shen Junwu sneered and used his spiritual realm instantly. As long as you are within the blockade of the spiritual realm, you will be suppressed even if you burrow into the earth. Squeak. At this moment, the 5th level, Giant Rat King, suddenly changed direction and made a very harsh squeaking sound towards Shen Junwu. Not good. It's mind control. Shen Junwu was shocked and quickly withdrew his mental power to stabilize his mind and avoid being controlled. Rats, are you actually trying to make a fool of yourself in the east and attack the west? Suddenly attacked. Shen Junwu only knew how intelligent this 5th level, Giant Rat King, was, so he actually waited for him to take the bait. Mind control is a more sophisticated and weirder mental attack method than mind control, which can reach directly into the depths of a person's soul. Shen Junwu was struck, and he felt his spirit and body were instantly separated. He completely lost control of his body, and fell into a strange situation of being enslaved and controlled by his spirit. A time of extreme crisis. The spiritual skull between Shen Junwu's eyebrows suddenly vibrated, breaking the Giant Rat King's mind control in one fell swoop. You evil beast, die! Shen Junwu regained control of his body, and the Poyan sword was instantly in his hand, and he slashed down with the sword. There was a pop. The small head of the 5th level Giant Rat King was cut off in half by the Poyan knife, and he died on the spot. Bite. Congratulations to the host for successfully killing the 5th level Mutant Rat King and obtaining a new entry. Rat Burrowing, rare. Night Vision, rare. King of Rats, rare. Psychic Attack, rare. Mind Control, legendary. The entry appeared, and Shen Junwu was horrified. The talent skill of this dead mouse was actually legendary. What did you eat that caused the mutation? No wonder he was able to get hit directly. If it weren't for his spiritual skull, Shen Junwu might have capsized in the gutter this time and become the pet of this smelly rat. What a blessing this time. If it succeeds in advancing to the 6th level, the spiritual skull may not be able to save Shen Junwu. Bite. The system has detected the control of the legendary entry, mind control, which can be directly integrated with the host's mental ability to become the 5th mental skill. Do you want to integrate it? Merge. Shen Junwu was overjoyed. It is difficult to promote abilities, and it is even harder to condense skills that suit you. It takes a lot of time to understand and ponder before you can finally condense them. Bite. The system successfully adds legendary level, mind control, to the host and merges it into the 5th skill of spiritual power. Due to the amplification characteristics of the host's spiritual skull, the success rate of the host's mind control reaches 100% against the same level, and the success rate against the next level up reaches 80%. Mind control affects the enemy's thinking, can subtly change the enemy's consciousness, and can cause irreversible brain damage, so please use it with caution. Shen Junwu was frightened when he heard the system prompt. The success rate at the same level is 100%, and the success rate at the higher level is 80%. How abnormal. That is to say, from now on, Shen Junwu can instantly kill a 6th level beast king 1 level higher when facing him head on, and can even control it and counterattack its tribe. This wave of bad guys are making a lot of money. Successfully killed. Shen Junwu took one step across and instantly appeared behind another Rat King. The mind control was so strong that the Rat King had his head chopped off without even a chance to resist. The last Rat King could not escape the powerful attack of mind control and was killed one after another. 3 rats and the king were killed. The rats lost their leader and immediately fled in defeat. Lin Ju and others had not yet shown off their skills. They had just warmed up and found nothing to fight. They were quite shocked. The spatial powers were indeed abnormal. Baili Sheji and Examen Tianzuo felt a heavy threat. They fought for more than 40 minutes and even touched the Rat King's fur, let alone killed him. And what about Shen Junwu? In less than 2 minutes, he killed 3 Rat Kings in a row, during which he also spent time to obtain the spirit beads. The gap in abilities and characteristics could not be bridged at all. It's not that difficult. The battle ended with 3 swords. Why are all the great geniuses so tired and sweating profusely? Shen Junwu returned in one step and looked at the 4 people from Baili Sheji with a smile. Face teasing. None of the 4 could utter a word. Haha, no more talking. Shen Junwu took out his mobile phone and looked at it. There were still 2 bars of signal. He immediately called up the payment code. Come on. Give me money. Space powers, awesome. Baidang Zongdao gave a thumbs up in admiration and was the first to take out his mobile phone to transfer money. Feng Fanshan followed the transfer with an expressionless face. 1 billion hurts my body. But compared to a small life, it is nothing. Baili Sheji, Examen Tianzuo was unwilling to do so, but he could not break his promise in public, so he could only give money. Haha, thank you boss. The bosses are taking their time to rest. I'll be waiting for you in front. If I encounter another siege, just say hello and I'll arrive at the battlefield within 5 seconds. Quote. With 4 billion in hand, Shen Junwu put away his mobile phone with a proud smile. However, you have to ask the family for funds. It is best to prepare billions or tens of billions. Only with money can you have confidence. Finished. Shen Junwu was arrogant and walked away with a proud laugh. Baili Sheji was so angry that his back teeth creaked. When had Baili's family ever suffered such humiliation? It was always his Baili family who collected money to rescue people. And today, a full 1 billion was paid to Shen Junwu. Every laugh Shen Junwu made seemed to attack his pride and sting his dignity. When he turned around in anger, Baili Sheji immediately issued a positioning and an order, kill. Easily, 4 billion is obtained. Shen Junwu led Lin Ju and his party forward, and couldn't help but look back at them from time to time. You fool, what are you looking at? Su Fulei saw through Shen Junwu's thoughts and immediately yelled, let's not talk about 1 billion, there is not even 100 million. Oh, you bad guy, you are so bad that you actually set your sights on us. Only then did the cute Fang Lin understand what Shen Junwu meant by turning back from time to time. It's just compensation for the flesh. Shen Junwu chuckled. Shut your stinky mouth. Su Frei glared fiercely. You will die if you don't take advantage of us. It's a joke. Shen Junwu rolled his eyes, and through mental detection found a cave not far ahead, and immediately said, there is a cave ahead, which can provide shelter from wind and rain. Rest in front tonight. You should seize the time to take the blood of 2 7th level beast kings and break through to the 6th level of martial arts. Quote. Good. All 6 people in the group nodded. The 100,000 mountains were too dangerous, and the route they took avoided the 6th order alien beasts and accidents occurred. If you encounter the believers of the Beast Soul Palace, there will definitely be a fierce battle. Without 6th level cultivation, I'm afraid it's a near-death situation. 6 people practiced together. Shen Junwu stayed vigil at the entrance of the cave and studied the 3 yuan return to 1 method. When the cultivation level reaches level 5 or above, the promotion speed will be significantly slowed down. Whether it is martial arts or supernatural powers, it will take a long time to comprehend. Therefore, the ancestors developed a way to combine martial arts and supernatural powers, which is called spiritual martial skills. With the continuous improvement of spiritual martial arts, the practice of spiritual martial arts has also become the mainstream, and its effect is still on top of the ancient martial arts. The powerful, spiritual martial skill can not only display martial arts and supernatural powers at the same time, but also explode an attack power that exceeds one's own limits. Keep studying. Near dawn, Shen Junwu gained new insights into the use of martial arts energy and supernatural powers. But the mystery of the 3 elements returning to 1 method that can explode 10 times the combat power is still beyond comprehension. Shen Junwu has 4 powers. Therefore, there are 4 supernatural powers in the body. He confused the martial arts true energy with any kind of superpower spiritual power, but the fusion between superpowers and spiritual powers cannot be done, and it is extremely repellent. At most, it can be injected into the cloud-breaking knife, and it can be forcibly fused for a short period of time. Aha! When the purple energy came from the east and the first ray of sunlight shone into the 100,000 mountains, Shen Junwu's earlobes moved, and a harsh buzzing sound quickly approached. Mental detection scan. A mass of black and dense things rolled toward the location of Shen Junwu and others, covering the sky and the sun. 6th Order Poison Horn Peak Group. Shen Junwu stood up suddenly, with an extremely solemn look on his face. How could such a terrifying Zerg living in the depths of the 100,000 mountains come to the outer area? The targeting is so accurate, it's a bit interesting. For hundreds of years, Countless animals mutated due to the revival of spiritual energy and reproduced rapidly, causing a devastating blow to humans. Alien race. The Zerg are the most terrifying, with endless numbers and pervasiveness. The 6th level poisonous horn bee swarm is a mutation of the horn bee and is very toxic. If a 6th level warrior is stung, he will immediately develop symptoms such as allergies, hallucinations, and neurasthenia. The combat effectiveness is instantly reduced to less than 1 in 10. What's wrong? Lin Ju and others who attacked the 6th level were all awakened. Keep breaking through. Only by successfully breaking through can you possibly survive. Quote. Shen Junwu turned back solemnly. Before my true energy is exhausted, if you cannot break through successfully, then this cave will be your tomb. The words just fell. The vanguard of the 6th order poisonous horned bees arrived, buzzing like fighter jets, so densely packed that it gave people goosebumps, and it was impossible to know the number. Ho ho ho. Shen Junwu took a deep breath and immediately used the Spinosaurus roar. Normal attacks are useless against Zerg. You can kill dozens or hundreds, but you can't kill thousands. Once there is a gap in the attack, they will be instantly annihilated by the poisonous bees, leaving no bones. Only sonic attacks and group attack skills can withstand it. Lin Ju and others were anxious. The 6th level poisonous horn swarm is coming. Only by successfully breaking through the 6th level and gaining the ability of Junchi body protection can we fight. Fortunately, we acted together with Shen Junwu. Otherwise, they wouldn't even have a chance to escape. However, Shen Junwu's sonic attack has limited lethality and consumes a lot of energy, so it cannot be sustained for long. The energy is exhausted. Shen Junwu can use space movement to leave, but what about them? While continuously performing the Spinosaurus roar, Shen Junwu's spiritual detection was also idle, but he could not find any trace of the queen bee who controlled the bee swarm, which showed that this attack was not simple. I'm afraid it's the result of careful calculation. In an ordinary 6th level beast herd, the Beast King is huge, and it is impossible to escape Shen Junwu's hunting. There are only Zerg, there are endless numbers, and even spiritual powers cannot completely see through them. Are you trying to consume it intentionally? Shen Junwu probably already understood what was going on. Shen Junwu wants to leave, but no one can keep him. But he had to take into account the life and death of Lin Ju and the 6 others, so he could only fight fiercely and continuously. There is no doubt that there is someone behind the scenes. Is it Baili Sheji, Examen Tianzuo and others, or the Beast Soul Palace, who is the scheming person? I can't say for sure. If you don't want to find a way to break the situation. No matter what the plot is behind, Shen Junwu and his party are in danger. Boom, boom. At this moment, Dongfang Bingyan's martial arts took the lead in breaking through to the 6th level of Martial King Realm. Breakthrough in martial arts. Dongfang Bingyan used martial arts true energy as a guide to forcefully introduce the spiritual power of the ice-type spirit beads into his body, allowing the ice-type supernatural powers to follow and break through to the 6th level. Frost Seal. Dongfang Bingyan successfully broke through and jumped to the entrance of the cave. Hit with one palm. The ice power turned into the power of frost, freezing the 6th level poisonous horned bees over a large area, temporarily imprisoning the poisonous horned bees in the vanguard. Haha, okay, look at my great wind knife. Shen Junwu shouted loudly, and immediately took the cloud sword, using his true energy to activate the wind in the area, and cut out a large gust of wind. The howling wind violently hit Dongfang Bingyan's power of frost, causing the power of frost to shatter on the spot. Countless poisonous bees died due to the shattering of the ice. Dongfang Bingyan was shocked. Extremely skillful use of martial arts energy can indeed activate the power of nature, thus enhancing the power of martial arts. But Shen Junwu's sword is too powerful. Oriental beauty, continue. Shen Junwu laughed and pulled Dongfang Bingyan back from the shock. His great wind knife move contains the power of wind power, so it is naturally powerful and can attack a large area. Good. Dongfang Bingyan didn't think much about it. Shen Junwu could entreat it with common sense. It is not surprising that the power of martial arts and mental abilities can transcend levels and challenges. He can use the wind of nature to launch moves and use powerful attacks beyond ordinary people. The two worked together. A large area was frozen, and a broken ice was used to kill. Not to mention the tacit cooperation, the results were remarkable, and batches of poisonous bees continued to die. Zerg wins in numbers and speed. The shortcomings are also very obvious, and the defense is extremely low. In one-on-one situations, the combat effectiveness of a 6th-level poisonous bee is not as good as that of a 4th-level superpower. Shen Junwu, I have half of the credit for your kill. Dongfang Bingyun became more and more skillful and said with a smile, after you return to school, give me half of your points. Okay, Shen Junwu raised his eyebrows and joked, but you have to let me spank you. You fool, Souffle was right. Dongfang Bingyun glared fiercely. If you don't take advantage of us, you will die. I said it all. I can't live without women. Shen Junwu nodded seriously. Your family asked you to win over me, but you didn't take any action. Can you blame me? You, who are you? Dongfang Bingyun was very depressed. Co-authored, or is it our fault? It's us who made you lonely. Oh my, you are so considerate. Shen Junwu smiled proudly. You are so considerate, you must be willing to agree. Go to hell. Dongfang Bingyun didn't want to talk. Talking to Shen Junwu will shorten your life by 10 years. Soon after, Lin Ju, Nangong Qianyu, Fang Chong, Fang Lin, and Su Fule successively succeeded in breaking through in martial arts, and they all came to the entrance of the cave to help kill them. Unfortunately, even though they obtained enough spirit beads, their abilities were not so easy to break through. Infuriating body protection. They were not afraid of the surprise attack of the 6th-level poisonous horned bees, and they continuously bombarded them with supernatural powers. Together, they caused a devastating blow to the poisonous bees, and their numbers continued to decrease sharply. Protect yourself. With the help of the oil bottle, Shen Junwu laughed and rushed directly into the swarm. To capture the thief, capture the king first. This battle can only end if the 6th-level, poisonous horned bee queen, is captured and killed. Break into the swarm. Shen Junwu used his spirit realm to protect himself, and used the legendary pouring cloud sword to chop and chop randomly, quickly defeating the swarm. After a few minutes, the endless swarm of bees were killed by Shen Junwu and passed through each other, and finally found the location of the 6th order, poison horned bee queen. But the poisonous horned queen bee is very intelligent and is always surrounded by a large number of guards who are constantly moving. No one as powerful as Shen Junwu can kill it instantly. Spatial confinement. Go. Shen Junwu couldn't attack it, but there were ways to deal with it. Under the confinement of space, a large number of bee swarms were captured, but the poisonous horned queen bee still managed to escape. What a jerk. Shen Jun made a move and directly put a large number of bee swarms in the space confinement into the mountain and river realm. If you can't kill it, can't you trap it? The mountain and river realm is a treasure of space. The space is endless and the entire 100,000 mountains can fit into it, not to mention a mere swarm of bees. Strategic changes. The situation became comical. The spatial confinement continues to be exerted, batches of bee colonies continue to disappear, and the number continues to shrink at a speed visible to the naked eye. And it, after more than a dozen times in a row, the 6th level, poisonous horned bee queen, could no longer avoid or hide, and was suppressed by Shen Junwu with space confinement, and sent to the mountain and river realm. The sky suddenly became quiet, and my ears felt very comfortable. But Shen Junwu felt uncomfortable. The spirit detection scanned with all its strength, and soon discovered that there were traces of the Earth-type supernatural being Earth escape in the ground below where the swarm was attacking. In other words, these swarms were attracted by people. I'm going to kill someone, what about you? Shen Junwu stood in the air and turned around with murderous intent. Shen Junwu's words made Lin Ju and others' expressions change drastically. They are not fools. The 6th order, poisonous horned bees living deep in the Shiwen Mountains suddenly appeared on the periphery and targeted them for attack. Someone must be up to something. Apart from the Beast Soul Palace, the only ones who can do tricks are Baili Sheji and Examen Tianzuo. Never mind, I won't force you. Shen Junwu didn't wait for their answer and immediately moved away. The next second, Shen Junwu then appeared in the camp where Baili Sheji and Examen Tianzuo were temporarily staying. The four of them were packing their things at this time. They seemed unaware that Shen Junwu and others were being besieged, and were surprised to see Shen Junwu appear. When Examen Tianzuo saw Shen Junwu, he thought of the Thunder Sword, and his anger arose spontaneously. Shen, what are you doing here? Come and show you a way out, Shen Junwu said with a smile. Joke, Examen Tianzuo sneered coldly, it's just you. It doesn't matter if you don't understand, or if you pretend not to understand, I just say one thing. Shen Junwu waved his hand calmly. Admit your mistake before I turn around and leave, and I can forget about it. Are you crazy? Examen Tianzuo replied angrily. What qualifications do you have to make me and others admit their mistakes? You think too highly of yourself. Shen Junwu said nothing, just looked at the four people quietly. About 10 seconds later, Shen Junwu turned around and disappeared instantly. The four of them were at a loss and felt something was wrong. Shen Junwu behaved erratically and feared no one, no matter the heavens or the earth. They all came to ask for help. How could he leave so easily? After being stunned for a while, Fang Fanshan suddenly noticed that Baili Sheji had a solemn look on his face. He finally understood and immediately asked, Baili Sheji, is that you? Me what? Baili Sheji retorted on the spot. I have been with you all the time, how could I do anything to that lunatic? It better be. Otherwise, I'm afraid it will be difficult for you and me to get out of the 100,000 mountains. Quote. Fang Fanshan guessed it, but it was hard to tell. After a while, Lin Ju and his party of 6 chased after him and asked eagerly, has Shen Junwu been here? Here he is, he's gone again. Fang Fanshan said worriedly, what happened over there? We were attacked by the 6th Order, Poison Horned Bee, and Shen Junwu threatened to kill people. Lin Ju asked solemnly, did you do it? Lin Ju, you can eat randomly, but you can't talk nonsense. Examen Tianzuo had already guessed it and immediately denied it. The four of us have always been together, and no one has ever left. It better be this way. Lin Ju sighed secretly and didn't want to say more. The Animal Transformation Department just wanted to disrupt Shen Junwu's hunting process, but Shen Junwu tricked thousands of people to death. It can be seen that Shen Junwu hated the people behind the plot. If you say kill someone, you will definitely kill someone. Other side, Shen Junwu moved in space and used spiritual detection to track it. It didn't take much effort to find the Earth escape traces of the Earth-type superpower again. After pursuing it, they found a group of people stationed 30 kilometers away from Baili Sheji and others. Shen Junwu recognized the leader. It is the Zhonghu forces entrenched in War City, the leader of the Tianyu gang, Chen Tianyu, a 6th Order peak, Emperor-level, beast transformation system user. The 7 6th-level warriors under his command are called the 7 Tigers, and one of them is an Earth-type superpower. Who? Chen Tianyu suddenly turned around, and the moment he saw Shen Junwu, he couldn't help but step back. The leader of the Tianyu gang, Chen Tianyu. Shen Junwu grinned. How do you want to die? Boy, what do you mean? Chen Tianyu was shocked and pretended to be innocent. I, the Tianyu gang, are here to hunt and kill. What kind of enmity do we have against you? No need to quibble. Others don't know it, but I, Shen Junwu, know it all clearly that your Tianyu gang is a dark force supported by the Baili family and secretly serves the students of the Baili family at Zongjin University. Quote. Shen Junwu is a reborn person with a god's perspective. The moment he saw Chen Tianyu, he knew that the plotter behind it was Baili Sheji. Absurd, ridiculous. Chen Tianyu was shocked again. No one except him and Chihu knew about the secret support of the Baili family. How could a freshman who had just arrived at Zongjin University know so clearly? No need to quibble. I, Shen Junwu, don't need evidence to act. Shen Junwu smiled contemptuously. Because, if I want you to die, you have to die. Ha 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 ha. Chen Tianyu and Chihu burst out laughing. They have been traveling in the world for many years. This is the first time they have encountered such an ignorant boy. His tone is much louder than that of a descendant of the Baili family. For those who don't know, do you still think Shen Junwu is the best in the world? Go. Shen Junwu raised his hand and pointed. The mountain and river realm on the index finger of the right hand suddenly vibrated, and the 6th Order, poisonous horned bees imprisoned in it surged out like a tide. What? How is this possible? Chen Tianyu and Chihu kept retreating with huge changes in their expressions. How did the 6th level, Poison Hornet, they lured to attack Shen Junwu become a tool for Shen Junwu's revenge? Chen Tianyu and Chihu were frightened. After so many years in the world, I have never encountered such a strange thing. Ah, I know. Tu Hu, one of the 7 tigers, suddenly pointed at Shen Zhenwu in horror. You are a believer in the Beast Soul Palace, and you actually took refuge in the Beast Soul Palace. Beast Soul Palace believers. What a rich imagination. Shen Zhenwu couldn't help but smile. You're not even worthy of carrying my shoes in the Beast Soul Palace, so what qualifications do you have for me to take refuge in you? You are not a believer in the Beast Soul Hall. How can you control the 6th Order, Poison-Horned Bee? Tu Hu felt that he was extremely stupid. To actually lure alien beasts to attack a person who has the ability to control alien beasts. Who told you that only people from the Beast Soul Palace can control strange beasts? Shen Zhenwu smiled confidently. Thanks to your master, I, Shen Zhenwu, have also gained the ability to control strange beasts. Now, go to hell. The words fell. The swarms that he had brought into the Shan realm all swarmed out and attacked Chen Tianyu and the 8 people overwhelmingly. When looking for traces of them, Shen Zhenwu used mind control on the 6th level, Poison-Horned Bee Queen. Unexpectedly, the Poison-Horned Bee Queen, with weak combat power, also had weak willpower, and successfully controlled the Poison-Horned Bee Queen with almost no effort. Moreover, it can be easily controlled without much mental strength. After controlling the queen bee, the bee swarm also fell under Shen Zhenwu's control and was driven by him. Lao Qi, hurry up. Chen Tianyu knew the power of the Zerg, and anxiously urged Tu Hu to use the Earth Escape technique. Yes, brother. The Earth Tiger received the order and immediately displayed the Earth Element's superpower. But, the Earth attribute ability he displayed this time was unable to communicate with the Earth. Not only was he unable to lead others to Earth Escape, he was also unable to escape from Earth himself. It's the spiritual realm. Chen Tianyu sensed it. In the area where they were, there was a powerful spiritual power covering the Earth. How naive. You actually want to escape in front of the owner of mental powers and spatial powers. Shen Zhenwu stood outside the battlefield, lighting up a flower with a smile and puffing on the clouds. Even if you fight hard, don't hold back. Seeing that there was no hope of escape, Chen Tianyu had no choice but to fight. The number of bee colonies is terrifying, but the combat effectiveness is very low. Among the 8 of them, his cultivation has reached the peak of the 6th level, and the other 7 are all in the late 6th level, so they are not easy to lose. Otherwise, it would be impossible to lead the swarm to where Shen Zhenwu and others are. However, they forgot that Shen Zhenwu was the most terrifying existence, and even the 6th level Beast King could not escape his hunt. When 8 people were fighting fiercely, Shen Zhenwu suddenly took back his spiritual domain, used all his mental power to control the Yanshan sword, and used space teleportation to coordinate the attack. Just heard a pop. In the midst of a fierce battle, Tu Hu was stabbed in the back by the Yanshan sword and died on the spot. Ah, Lao Qi, Lao Qi. Chen Tianyu and the other 6 tigers were furious, but it was too late. After the Earth Tiger dies, they cannot escape from the Earth. Shen Zhenwu no longer had any scruples and used all his strength to use the Yanshan sword to launch a sneak attack on them. With the blessing of space teleportation, the Yanshan sword can not only hide the blade, but can also appear at any space node, making it impossible to detect. Coupled with the fierce attack and harassment of the swarms, the Tianyu gang was in extremely miserable condition. After a few minutes, 3 more people were killed by Shen Zhenwu's Yan Shendao, piercing through their chests. 15 minutes later, there is only one Chen Tianyu left in the Tianyu gang who relies on the epic level, Black Tiger Beast Soul, ability to persist. Give you a chance. Shen Zhenwu stopped the attack and said calmly, testify against Baili Sheji and spare your life. You want me to betray you in dream? Chen Tianyu refused without any consideration. Why? Shen Zhenwu sighed without surprise. The Baili family is very aggressive, and most of the forces they support secretly do some scandalous things, so they have very strong control. If they dare to betray, their family members will die. On the contrary, family members can receive care, support, and even training from hundreds of aristocratic families. Can't be persuaded, then he can only die. Shen Zhenwu summoned the cloud-breaking sword, jumped into the swarm, and struck a blow head-on with Chen Tianyu. 1 hit versus 1. Shen Zhenwu's mental control and spatial confinement were used again. Even the 6th level peak martial artist could not resist Shen Junwu's killer combo, and was killed in less than 10 seconds after struggling. Killed successfully. The swarm instantly annihilated the bodies of 8 people. After a while, all the 8 people were left were bones. Aha! Shen Junwu's eyes moved. After the swarm gnawed the flesh and blood of 8 people, his strength actually increased. That is to say, can this batch of 6th level, poisonous horned bees be continuously cultivated? Thinking of this, Shen Junwu immediately brought them into the mountain and river realm, again, and let them eat the corpses of the 6th order beast kings and many strange beasts hunted in the death abyss. Sure enough, after Fengchun ate a large number of alien beast corpses, their strength increased very rapidly, and their individual combat power almost reached the level of 5th level ordinary alien beasts. More importantly, they also have the flavor of mutating and evolving again. At this time, Baili Sheji, Lin Ju and others followed him and were horrified when they saw the bones on the ground. Baili Sheji's expression changed the most, and he pointed his anger at Shen Junwu. Shen, you actually killed them. Oh, Shen Junwu turned around playfully. Young Master Baili knows them and who they are. Baili Sheji immediately realized that there was something wrong with his words. But this was just a trivial matter, so he immediately argued. They are members of the Tianyu gang in War City, and I have met them on the road. That's it. It seems that Mr. Baili has a close relationship with the people of the Tianyu gang. Only a pair of bones are left, and there are no clothes to identify his identity, but Mr. Baili can actually recognize him. After Shen Junwu smiled playfully, he was suddenly shocked. Ah! I know. Mr. Baili has always been in contact with them and knows their specific location, so this makes sense. Right. It's ridiculous. This is the 100,000 Mountains, the base camp of strange beasts. How many people dare to enter the 100,000 Mountains? Baili Sheji calmly retorted. We only met 8 people from the Tianyu gang along the way. Who else could be there besides them? Yes, we have only met 8 people from the Tianyu gang along the way. Examen Tianzuo immediately answered and strongly accused Shen Junwu. Shen Junwu, how brave are you to kill someone? The Tianyu gang has established itself in War City and has been supporting the war defense line for many years. It has killed countless strange beasts for humans. They are heroes of the Dragon Kingdom, how dare you kill them? You have a point, but is the charge against me too big? I would like to ask Mr. Baili and Mr. Examen, why do you think it was me who killed them? Shen Junwu smiled slightly and asked, which of your eyes saw it? In other words, what evidence do you have to prove that I committed the murder? Heir of a dignified family, with red mouth and white teeth, he bites people randomly. In Baili Sheji, Examen Tianzuo was humiliated, but he was speechless. Yes, they didn't see it with their own eyes. All 8 of Chen Tianyu's men were left with nothing but bones. They knew it was Shen Junwu who was responsible, but there was no evidence to prove that Shen Junwu committed the murder. Some people have a human face but a dog's mouth. Shen Junwu sarcastically warned. Remember, the next time you dare to bite someone with red lips and white teeth, you will die. In Baili Sheji, Examen Tianzuo's face was livid with anger, but he couldn't say a word. Looking at the frustration of the 2 of them, Shen Junwu increasingly felt that the plan to cultivate the 6th level, poisonous horn bee, was very important. The family is powerful. Ancient Wu is mysterious. The Dragon Kingdom can check and balance the world and balance all parties, so it is naturally not weak. If you want to gain the support of the Dragon Kingdom, no matter what you do, you need to use evidence to speak for yourself, and you can't be caught with evidence of murder or crime. If you don't want to leave any evidence, it's necessary to kill someone with a borrowed knife. Genius of the family. How ridiculous. Shen Junwu made up his mind, and after scanning the crowd, the sad and laughing void moved away. Lin Ju felt guilty. Shen Junwu came to save her sister, but was plotted against her, but he was unable to help. Dongfang Bingyan, Su Fulei and others felt uncomfortable about this. They knew what was going on but could not help, and they pretended not to know. No wonder Shen Junwu would leave in anger. People like them are not worthy of having General Shen Jun's back handed to them. After leaving, Shen Junwu continued to move into the depths of the 100,000 Mountains. The pursuit lasted a day and a night. There is still no trace of the Beast Soul Palace, which only means that they have penetrated deep into the 100,000 mountains. A little while, Shen Junwu opened a distance of nearly 300 kilometers from Lin Ju and others, and fell into the territory of a sixth order centipede, intending to let the poisonous horned bees devour the centipede group. Centipede swarms are already highly venomous, and I believe the venomous horned bees will become stronger and more venomous. Mental control, space confinement, and the combined killing move of Cloudbreaker instantly locked the 6th level, 100-foot king. The 10-foot-long, 100-footed king was cut in two by Shen Junwu before he could struggle, and he died on the spot. Bite. Congratulations to the host for killing the 6th level, 100-foot king, and obtaining a new entry. If a person sits at home, disaster will come from the sky. Legend. Yellow mist gas. Epic. Poison-resistant body. Epic. Flying to the sky and escaping from the earth. Epic. Centipede's claw. Epic. Golden mask. Legend. Shen Junwu's old face twitched. A legendary person was sitting at home, and disaster came from the sky. Is it so unlucky? Makes him look like a disaster star. Bite. System detection shows that the 6th level, 100-foot king, entry, Centipede Claw Epic, can be integrated with the second skill of the host space ability, Space Blade, and evolve into Space 100 Blade. System detection shows that the 6th level, 100-foot king, entry, the Golden Bell Cover Legendary, can be integrated with the host's 4th space ability skill, Space Confinement, and evolve into a Space God Cover. The confinement range is wider and the defense is stronger. Can it be integrated? Shen Junwu was shocked. This 6th level, 100-footed king, couldn't be the great-grandson of the 100-eyed demon king in Journey to the West. I remember that the 100-eyed demon lord has eyes under his armpits and can use the magical power of golden light. Sun Monkey's copper head and iron brain cannot break it. The golden light shield of the centipede king also has the same effect. Merge. And added entries. Yellow mist poisonous gas epic poison resisting body epic flying to heaven and earth epic. Quote. Shen Junwu was overjoyed and gave the order. How could he refuse the strength improvement that was delivered to his door? Blends quickly. Shen Junwu obviously felt that the space power had become more powerful, and he raised his hand and struck out with the 100 space blades move. Boom, boom, boom. With a raised hand, hundreds of blades condensed with the power of space shot out instantly, continuously bombarding the besieging centipedes. Hundreds of centipedes were knocked to the ground in an instant. The combat effectiveness is improved by more than 1.5 stars. The Space Blade, which has always been the most useless, evolved into the 100 Space Blades, which instantly became a killer move. Shen Junwu couldn't wait to experiment with the Space Shield. Before that, although space confinement is useful, but the range that can be imprisoned is not large. It is about the size of a room of 70 to 80 square meters, and it is easily broken by the 6th Order Beast King. If it were not for the blessing of mental control, it would be impossible to kill the 6th level Beast King just by confinement in space. Palms extended. The space shield immediately aimed at and killed a large number of 6th Order centipedes coming up. There was a boom. The void continued to tremble, and a golden wall appeared out of thin air, completely confining the 100 square meters of space in front of it. Among them, the 6th Order centipede immediately fell into the painful impact of hypoxia. It was still unable to break through the space shield, and its defense power increased more than 10 times. Terrible lift. Terrible God-level entry system. As long as he keeps hunting, Shen Junwu's 4 powers can be perfected. The next second, Shen Junwu continued to shrink the space shield, and the hundreds of centipedes imprisoned in it were directly oppressed by the space and died. The space power, whose attack power is weaker than the mental power, is finally getting better. Space God Shield. The 100 blades of space have all become group attack skills. Coupled with Shen Junwu's martial arts and mental abilities, one person was able to kill these 3,006th level centipedes to a rout. When Shen Junwu released the poison hornet, the centipede's situation became even worse. Half an hour. 3,000 of these 6th level centipedes were destroyed, with only a few escaping. There are many venomous horned wasps, but they are too small to eat up the 6th Order centipede in one go. Therefore, Shen Jun took the centipede carcass into the mountain and river realm, and continued to hunt the highly poisonous 6th-level alien beasts to be devoured by the poisonous horned wasps. Along the way, Shen Junwu destroyed the territories of the 6th level, Sky Poison Scorpion, Black Jade Spider, Blue-Eyed Python, Black Fire Ant, Blue BB, and Golden Armored Mantis. The poisonous horned bees in the mountains and rivers realm were almost bursting at the seams and successfully entered the mutation period. 3 days later, Shen Junwu came to the core mountain range of Shiwen Mountain, and in front of him was the survival range of the 7th level alien beasts. Human beings are divided into 9 levels. Level 7 is a big hurdle. There are not many strong people in the 6th level, let alone those with superpowers in the 7th level. And only people with epic level talents can reach the 7th level of cultivation, and the same goes for alien beasts. Therefore, even if it is 100,000 mountains, an endless sea, or a group of strange beasts, it is difficult for them to advance to the 7th level in groups. Therefore, there is no distinction between ordinary, elite, and beast kings among the exotic beasts above level 7. Any beast that can advance to the 7th level is a beast king with extremely high bloodline talent. Even if there is no group of 7th order alien beasts, human beings still look insignificant in front of alien beasts, and any 7th order, exalted, beast king is enough to destroy a 3rd-tier city. Such as Canyon City. The director of the Jinyi Bureau only has a 4th level peak cultivation level. How can he stop the 7th level, venerable, beast king? Stronger than Shen Junwu. Facing the survival area of the 7th level, venerable, beast king, we can only stop and stop moving forward. What's strange is that after searching all the 6th level alien beast areas for more than 2,000 miles around General Shenzhen, no trace of the followers of the Beast Soul Palace was found. I don't see them taking the initiative to look for me. I wonder what they are planning. These fools are not in the territory of 7th level alien beasts, are they? Shen Junwu looked ahead and couldn't make up his mind for a moment. This kind of ghost place is very dangerous for space superpowers to enter. Only the perverts of the Hunter team dare to wander there. Gurgling. It turns out that there are places where Shen Junwu, the genius of the double lineage, who kills exotic beasts like chopping melons and vegetables, and regards the geniuses of the family as ants, does not dare to go. At this moment, a giggling girl in red walked out of a dark jungle. The girl in red is not only dressed in red, but her skin is also red, as if she has a skin disease, just like the Fire Ghost King in Sword and Fairy Tales. Beast Soul Palace, the 18th seat of Believer, Shui Mei. Shen Junwu's eyes moved, and he immediately laughed. It seems that your Beast Soul Palace is not that good. You kidnapped me and forced me to come here, and you don't even dare to reveal your true identity. Oh, Shui Mei was startled and said in surprise, I never thought that the peerless genius Shen Junwu would actually know me. Shen Junwu smiled softly and did not answer. The 18 disciples of the Beast Soul Palace have awakened the special power, Blood Shadow Clone. The root of this power is Shadow. Although she is a special type, her combat power is extremely weak. Her greatest ability is to use blood to create blood shadow clones. Sneaking as a clone, he is an expert at delivering messages. In other words, what appeared in front of Shen Junwu was just a clone of Shui Mei. Mr. Shen, just laugh if you want to make fun of me. This is deep in the 100,000 mountains. Even I, the Beast Temple, have to be careful. It is normal not to appear in front of Mr. Shen. Quote. Shui Mei waved her hand and said bluntly, inviting Mr. Shen's friend as a guest this time is actually asking Mr. Shen for help. Who told Mr. Shen to ruin our cooperation with the Dark Temple? Don't speak so grandly. If you kidnap me and threaten me to work for you, just say so. What about being Nima's guest? Shen Junwu smiled calmly. What is your purpose? Just tell me. Mr. Shen, there is no need to be angry. The method we used to invite you is not very above board, but it cannot be accomplished without a space superpower. Quote. Shui Mei smiled slightly and said coaxingly, as long as Mr. Shen is willing to cooperate, we will not only release Lin Shuang and others unconditionally, but also give Mr. Shen a share of the benefits. Do you think I'm stupid? Shen Junwu replied with a sneer. The real person hid in secret and sent a clone to negotiate with Shen Junwu, just because he was afraid that Shen Junwu would take the opportunity to save people and lose the leverage to threaten him. Of course Mr. Shen is not stupid. Shui Mei smiled interestingly. but does Mr. Shen have the right to choose? Okay, just be direct. Shen Junwu said coldly. If I don't do things for you first, you can't bring people to me, right? Mr. Shen is refreshing. People with spatial powers have nowhere to go. Not only do we dare not bring people to Mr. Shen, we also dare not let Mr. Shen get any clues. Quote. Shui Mei said bluntly. So, we can only ask Mr. Shen to cooperate first. We can swear to the beast god to release him immediately once we succeed. Since Mr. Shen knows me, he must know the Beast Soul Palace very well and knows that I will never do anything to damage the reputation of the beast god. Quote. Hey, okay, who told me to be kind? Shen Junwu sighed helplessly and was forced to obey helplessly. Tell me, what is it? Actually, it's not a big deal. Shui Mei smiled slightly and said, I wonder if Mr. Shen has ever heard that there is a strange beast called the Thunder Dragon King in Shiwanda Mountain. What, are you crazy? Shen Junwu trembled all over as soon as he heard the name, Thunder Dragon King. That was one of the kings of the 100,000 mountains, a god-level beast king with the blood of divine beasts. Mr. Shen, calm down. The Thunder Dragon King exists. Even if the beast god of our palace is resurrected, he may not be its opponent. How dare we take advantage of it? Shui Mei smiled and said, Mr. Shen doesn't know something, but this Thunder Dragon King is a female, and a baby dragon king was born not long ago. What? Shen Junwu was shocked and his eyes moved repeatedly. What a courage, what a terrifying intelligence network, even able to detect things like the Thunder Dragon King giving birth to a son. Thinking of this, Shen Junwu was suddenly startled. The son of the Thunder Dragon King must be of god-level blood. The Beast Temple went to great lengths to force him to come here because they wanted to steal the Thunder Dragon King's son. In the entire Beast Temple, the person who is qualified and can bear the Thunder attribute god-level bloodline must be the stunningly talented and beautiful saint of the Beast Soul Temple. It seems that Mr. Shen has already guessed it. Shui Mei continued. If the plan succeeds, the beast soul of the little dragon king will belong to my beast soul palace, and the body will belong to Mr. Shen. You have made a good calculation. Even if you have a way to lure away the Thunder Dragon King, there is still an 8th level Holy Beast King staying behind to protect the little dragon king. Quote. Shen Junwu sneered. Those with spatial powers can go anywhere, but they are not gods. What do you think I would do if I died to save others? Mr. Shen's concerns are not unreasonable. What our Beast Soul Palace wants is the living little Dragon King, so how can we not consider Mr. Shen's life? If Mr. Shen cannot survive, then this mission will be declared a failure. Shui Mei said confidently. As long as Mr. Shen agrees, someone from our Beast Soul Palace will take Mr. Shen to the dragon's lair safely, and Mr. Shen's mission is to return. Understood. Shen Junwu nodded. They had the ability to get to the dragon's cave, but after suppressing the little dragon queen, they couldn't escape. It must be recovered with the help of Shen Junwu. If this is the case, it seems that it is not impossible to play. After thinking quickly, Shen Junwu said solemnly, my space power is only at level 5. If I use my full strength to move space, I can only move 100 miles at most, and it cannot last long. If you are chased by an 8th level Holy Beast King, you won't be able to escape at such a moving speed. It doesn't matter if I die, it won't be a good thing if it ruins the major event of your Beast Temple. Quote. Mr. Shen is really good at raising prices from the ground up. Shui Mei smiled. Since our Beast Temple dares to do it, we will naturally make all preparations. 3 space-based 5th level Beast King Spirit Beads and 1 space-based 6th level Beast King Spirit Bead are enough for Mr. Shen to upgrade his space powers to the 6th level. Shen Junwu just casually tested it, and Shui Mei directly promised to give benefits. How long has the plan for the Beast Soul Palace been prepared? He is willing to give away the space power spirit beads, and he is determined to win them for the little dragon king. Mr. Shen, please. The escorts from my Beast Soul Palace are 200 miles ahead. When Mr. Shen arrives, you will naturally be able to obtain the space spirit beads that our palace has prepared for you. Shui Mei bowed and made a gesture of invitation. Shen Junwu was stunned. The Beast Soul Palace was afraid that if he got the space spirit bead, he would turn his back on him and abandon Lin Shuang and others. The escort in front must be an 8th level expert who is confident in sending Shen Junwu to the dragon's lair. As long as Shen Junwu goes, he will definitely be under control and will not be able to leave even if he wants to. But, if Shen Junwu didn't go, not only would he not be able to obtain the space spirit beads, but he would also be unable to rescue Lin Shuang and others. You have to take this risk if you don't want to. What's even more incredible is that they even plotted against the Zan University. Zan University would never have thought that the real target of the Beast Soul Palace was the Little Dragon King. They just thought that the Beast Soul Palace wanted to take the opportunity to get rid of Shen Junwu, a potential threat. Even if the Zan University sent 8th level experts to respond, they would not be able to reach Shen Junwu in time. If refused, the 8th level expert from the Beast Soul Palace will arrive in an instant and take control of the situation at any time. Good. Shen Junwu had no choice but to agree. Then I wish Mr. Shen success in advance. As soon as Shui Mei finished speaking, her body immediately turned into a pool of blood and flowed into the earth. Prudent enough, Shen Junwu sighed helplessly. He would rather destroy his clone than give Shen Junwu any chance to track him, ruthlessly. A few moves. Shen Junwu sensed the wild aura of an 8th level statue, its ferocious meaning and wild appearance, more like a strange beast than a strange beast. Earth Liger. Shen Junwu's expression changed. One of the 3 elders of the Beast Soul Palace, the Liger Saint, possesses the mutant beast transformation ability, Two-Headed Liger of the Earth. Good boy. It's just that you know Shui Mei, the 18th disciple of my Beast Soul Palace, but you actually know my name so clearly. A vigorous voice sounded, and an old man with a lion beast and a tiger-headed double-headed walking stick appeared in front of Shen Junwu in a flash. What an unfortunate coincidence. Master Yang Kongshuan once talked about his predecessor, saying that he was already 100 years old and had only a few more years to live. Quote. Shen Junwu grinned and said without fear, "It seems that Senior does not have a few years to live. It would not be a pity to die in Shiwen Mountain." Boy, you. The Liger Saint was so angry that his face twitched and his crutches creaked. But in the end I endured it. He also waved his hand and handed the promised space spirit beads into Shen Junwu's hands. Can you tolerate this? It seems that the Beast Soul Palace paid a heavy price for this operation and really lured away the god-level, Thunder Dragon King. Shen Junwu said with a smile, "Thank you, Senior, the Beast Soul Palace is really generous. Seniors, please wait patiently and set off early tomorrow morning. When the time comes, I will use mental detection to open the way to ensure that you and I are safe against the Dragon's Den." Quote. Can you be so kind? The Liger Saint looked at Shen Junwu suspiciously. Young man, do you dare not to do your best? The boy has fallen into the hands of his seniors. Not to mention his 6th level space powers, even if he breaks through to the 7th level continuously, he still cannot escape from his grasp. Quote. Shen Junwu answered frankly. What's more important is that this is already the core mountain range of the 100,000 mountains, and 7th and 8th level respected and holy beast kings can be seen everywhere. Without the protection of seniors, does this kid have a chance to escape? You're a smart kid. The Liger Saint waved his hand and immediately walked away, letting Shen Junwu quietly absorb the space spirit beads. Shen Junwu didn't delay either. Sitting on the spot, absorbing space spirit beads, but did not use the swallowing power to help. This old guy is one of the 3 elders of the Beast Soul Palace. He was an 8th level saint level beast transformation superpower decades ago, and his vision is extremely vicious. Using the 3rd ability in front of such a character can easily be discovered. The spiritual power of the space spirit pearl enters the body. Shen Junwu's space ability was promoted easily and very quickly. With 3 Beast King spirit orbs, his space ability reached the peak of the 5th level. Unlike martial arts, by forcibly cultivating the strange power in the bones of the burial god stream, you can challenge higher levels. It's not like spiritual powers. You get the spiritual skull boost, and you also have the ability to leapfrog challenges. The resources required for promotion are much less than martial arts, and spiritual powers are much less. After completely absorbing the 6th level Space Beast King Spirit Orb, Shen Junwu's space powers directly broke through to the 6th level. Shen Junwu felt secretly, the space power has successfully broken through the 6th level, and the distance of a space shift can reach about 300 miles, so he is qualified to give it a try. Aha! When Shen Junwu stood up, vibrations were heard in the mountain and river realm, and the sixth order, poisonous horned bees that built the honeycomb not only completed the mutation but also tripled in number. Shen Junwu was shocked. After completing the mutation, the poisonous horned bee gave birth to a terrifying new poison. It seems that the poisons of the 6th level, sky poison scorpion, black jade spider, blue-eyed python, black fire ant, blue beetle, and golden armored mantis have been fused together. The wings on the back turned golden yellow, like golden armor. The 6 legs evolved into the sharp claws of the golden armored mantis, which greatly enhanced its attack power. The most terrifying thing is the wasp tail sting on the bee's butt. It is dazzling and contains severe poison. Even the 7th level Holy Beast King may not be able to withstand it. Although it is still the 6th level, it is completely beyond the category of poisonous horned bee, and should be called six-blade horned bee. The bee colony completes its mutation, and a new bee was born, and Shen Junwu became more confident now. Senior, let's go. Shen Junwu finished his training and strode forward with a sneer. Old man, let's see who kills whom. It's not like you've never killed an 8th level saint level animal transformation superpower. One old man and one young man. Everyone moved forward with their own motives, constantly passing by the edges of the territories of the 7-level respected beast kings. The old man's beast soul, two-headed liger of the earth, is indeed overbearing. It is worthy of being second only to the beast soul of the bloodline of the divine beast. It showed its wild aura and shocked those respected beast kings. The journey was smooth. Shen Junwu lay completely flat and didn't even have to walk. The old man supported him with his spiritual power the whole time and moved forward like an airplane. This also shows that the Liger Saint is very afraid of Shen Junwu's space power, and has been preventing Shen Junwu from running away. But the Holy Liger's spiritual power is consumed very quickly. If he encounters a big battle, he may be in danger due to lack of spiritual power. A few hours later, the two of them entered an area where the environment was more complex, the terrain was more steep, and the area was occupied by top-level beast kings. Boy Shen, it's your turn. The Liger Saint suddenly let go of Shen Junwu. Use your spirit to detect the way. If you encounter steep terrain, use space to move over. Senior, isn't this bad? After all, my space power is only at the 6th level. If it is overused, we will successfully steal the little dragon queen and will not have enough spiritual power to escape, so we will have to ascend to heaven. Quote. Shen Junwu acted in a difficult way. Just do whatever you want. The Liger Saint gave a cold command that could not be refused. Shen Junwu's space powers will be consumed, and his animal transformation spiritual power will be consumed even more. In contrast, he would rather consume Shen Junwu's space ability. All right. Shen Junwu reluctantly agreed. He was very obedient and well-behaved and used his mental detection to drive on his way. Soon after, a strange place covered by white mist appeared in front, hiding countless abyss, called the White Mist Abyss. Shen Junwu immediately used space movement and moved away with the Liger Saint. The next second, Shen Junwu jumped out of the space node and landed on a huge rock. Standing under the huge mouth of a top 7th level beast king, the mighty Vajra bear. This beast has brown hair all over its body, and its claws are glowing with gold. It is more than 2 meters tall when sitting, and it is sleeping soundly while sitting, with its ears dripping. Harazi kept dripping on the head of the Liger Saint, which made the Liger Saint's face distorted with anger, but he did not dare to make any sound. I felt extremely depressed. Good opportunity. Yan Shen Dao, go. Shen Junwu smiled secretly, and immediately used his mental power to activate the Yan Shen Dao, and shot it directly into the huge mouth of the powerful Vajra bear. Appeared suddenly. Sudden attack. The old heart of the Liger Saint almost stopped. But he didn't dare to make a sound. He could only curse in his heart. You fool boy, how brave are you? How dare you attack the top level, powerful Vajra bear, with a 5th level cultivation level? This is not how you seek death. Just when the invisible Yan Shen sword hit the door in front of the Vajra bear, the sleeping Vajra bear suddenly woke up and quickly closed it with a strong bite. The extremely sharp gold teeth successfully bit the handle of the invisible Yan Shen Dao with a click. The Liger Saint knew that the top Supreme Beast King was not so easy to be attacked by surprise, so he had no choice but to immediately unleash the pressure of the 8th level Holy Beast transformation system to suppress it, and punch the powerful Vajra bear in the heart. At the same time, Shen Junwu's 100 space blades was used immediately. The power of space continuously bombarded under the hilt of the Yanshan sword. In an instant, the forcible impact of dozens of space blades finally allowed the Yanshan sword to shatter the powerful golden tooth defense of the powerful Vajra bear. With a popping sound, the Yan Shen Dao penetrated from the back of the head of the powerful Vajra bear. Bite. Congratulations to the host for being so brave, ants and elephants, successfully killing the 7th level alien beast king, powerful Vajra bear, and obtaining a new entry. Bad luck, epic. A dream, epic. Convicting Tai Sui, legend. 3 entries in a row made Shen Junwu's face twitch. How much opportunity was wasted for such a high-level alien beast to burst into 3 unlucky entries? Moreover, he is also the legendary Fate Sui. However, the next entry is amazing. Powerful Vajra Palm, epic. Fudo Mayu Shen, epic. Powerful King Kong Bear Bloodline, epic. Powerful Vajra Bear Beast Soul, epic. Friendly reminder from the system. For the Diamond Bear Bloodline epic, the host can directly add the fusion, because the host has obtained 3 epic bloodline entries, which can be purified once. In addition, the powerful Vajra Bear Beast Soul epic can activate the ability of animal transformation. System, add entries. Powerful Vajra Palm epic, Fudo Ming King Body epic, powerful Vajra Bear Bloodline epic. Shen Junwu thought quickly, and finally endured it, and put the entry for powerful Vajra Bear Beast Soul into the entry database. Bite. The host successfully added new entries. Powerful Vajra Palm epic, Fudo Ming King Shen epic. Bite. The host successfully integrated the epic level Diamond Bear Bloodline, and its physical fitness and martial arts talent were greatly improved, and it also got a chance to purify the bloodline. Being purified. Boy, you want to die, don't you? The Liger Saint finally came to his senses and pinched Shen Junwu's neck with murderous intent. Cough, cough, cough. Shen Junwu was choked so hard that he coughed repeatedly and said with difficulty, "Senior, the location of the space nodes after the space shift is not under my control." You fart. How could the Liger Saint believe in Shen Junwu? Even if it is a coincidence, it cannot be such a coincidence that it appears directly under the huge mouth of the mighty King Kong bear. If it weren't for this powerful diamond bear that eats sleep, he wouldn't be able to kill it in a short time, let alone Shen Junwu, a 5th level ant. Senior, if you don't believe it, then kill me. Shen Junwu sneered secretly and showed off. You. The Liger Saint was extremely angry, but he had no choice but to let go. Why should Senior be angry? Isn't this a near miss? Shen Junwu rubbed his neck and immediately took the body of the mighty Vajra bear into the mountain and river realm. The expression of Saint Liger changed. In the end, Shen Junwu was not allowed to hand over the body. The road ahead is inseparable from Shen Junwu, stealing the little dragon king is inseparable from Shen Junwu, and the road to escape is inseparable from Shen Junwu. He does not want to cause complications. Just this once, never again. The Liger Saint gave a fierce warning. Sure, Shen Junwu nodded repeatedly in assurance. But I was laughing secretly in my heart, how could it be just this once? If he doesn't take advantage of the God-given opportunity, his life, Shen Junwu, will be in vain. This is the top-level beast king, the powerful Vajra bear, whose strength is so terrifying that ordinary 8th level saint level early stage superpower users can only escape in front of him. It is much more powerful than the Golden Flame Condor, which has the ultimate power, and the Black Ice Dank. They are only at the early stage of the supreme level, while the powerful Vajra bear is at the peak of the supreme level. If the Liger Saint wasn't strong enough and gave the powerful Vajra bear a fatal blow, how could Shen Junwu have the chance to kill him? Not only cannot he be killed, but he will also lose his life. Where can I find such a powerful free agent and not take advantage of it to make huge profits? Bite. The system has completed bloodline purification. Congratulations to the host for obtaining the legendary bloodline of the wild bear, which has the ability to become mad. Under the mad transformation, the body's blood energy increased 3 times. Shen Junwu has already felt the improvement in martial arts. The blood of the powerful Vajra bear was integrated into it, allowing his martial arts to reach the peak of the 5th level in one fell swoop. The Blood Bear bloodline should be the perfect fusion of the Demon Ape Madness entry of the 6th level, Blue Flame Ape, the Demon Ape bloodline and the powerful Vajra Bear bloodline. The Dragon bloodline had almost no effect. It can be seen from this. Shen Junwu also wants to use the Liger Saint to hunt down the top-level Beast Kings for him, constantly improving the power of his bloodline and enriching his entry library. 3 epic level entries, refined to legendary level. Can those 3 legendary levels be refined into mythical levels? It stands to reason that this powerful Vajra Bear should have a legendary talent. The entry for Bloodline and Beast Soul was revealed, so the grade was lowered. Hope the next one will be a surprise. Keep going. The Liger Saint was very wary of Junwu. But in order to save his spiritual power and physical strength, he had to use Shen Junwu's ability to make the leap. Haha, found it. About an hour later, when Shen Junwu was moving in space, his mental detection quickly locked the target, and he could have landed at a space node 30 miles away. Immediately shortened by 20 miles, and once again fell into the lair of a top-notch Beast King. The Liger Saint's eyes flashed, anger rising from the bottom of his heart, but he had no time to accuse Shen Junwu. Because the top-level Beast King, the 9 Nether White Tiger, was not sleeping, he found someone breaking into the cave and immediately launched an attack. The Liger Saint had no time to accuse Shen Junwu and launched the Beast Soul True Body attack on the spot. Senior, what a great opportunity. Shen Junwu hid behind the Liger Saint, laughed and used spiritual attack to cooperate, giving the Liger Saint a chance to kill him. The 9 Nether White Tiger is very strong, stronger than the Vajra Bear, but it is no match for the Liger Saint. Shen Junwu used a mental attack to make a sneak attack. It was hit because it was unprepared. Although it did not suffer any actual damage, it was temporarily in a trance. The Liger Holy Lord seized the opportunity and instantly broke through the Juyu White Tiger's defense with several heavy blows, and hit him hard. Hundreds of thousands of mountains, the deeper the existence, the stronger it is. This place is not far from the location of the 8th level Saint King Beast King. The Liger Saint does not dare to hold back at all. He must kill the 9 Nether White Tiger instantly to avoid leaking his traces. After repeated heavy blows, Juyu White Tiger was severely injured one after another, and its life was hanging by a thread. The Liger Saint was at full firepower, and the shock force was so strong that Shen Junwu couldn't even get close, and he didn't even have a chance to hit him. Seeing that Juyu White Tiger was about to die, Shen Junwu could only shout immediately, "Senior, stop. Do you want to die?" When the Liger Saint heard Shen Junwu's words, he still stopped the last blow and turned back with a cold warning. Senior misunderstood. Shen Junwu stepped forward quickly and explained, "I feel that this 9 Nether White Tiger is the reincarnation of my beloved woman. Please be lenient and don't kill it." What the hell? The Liger Saint was so surprised that he wanted to hit the wall. Little beast, is it fun to tease me? This is obviously a male tiger. You are saying that this is the reincarnation of your beloved woman. Your beloved woman has grown into a bird, right? Phew. Just when the Liger Saint was extremely angry, Shen Junwu used the Yan Shen Dao and instantly penetrated the Juyu White Tiger's forehead bone. Chapter 91. One Knife Kills. The face of the Liger Saint became even more depressed. Ji Yu Chengfeng's expression was much more exciting than that of the director of the Jinyi Bureau outside Kenyan City. What a beast. One second he said he was the reincarnation of his beloved woman, and the next second he killed her with a knife. Ah, that. Shen Junwu smiled awkwardly, secretly surprised, and said excitedly, "This is a male tiger, I was wrong." The Liger Holy Lord was so angry that he gritted his teeth. I wish I could slap Shen Junwu to death with one palm. But for the sake of the overall situation, I can only endure it, and endure it again and again. He never dreamed that Shen Junwu wanted to hit the target just to achieve the kill achievement, so explosive. Bite. Congratulations to the host for his perfect calculation, successfully trapping the top-level Beast King, 9 Nether White Tiger, and obtaining a new entry. Misfortune is imminent, epic. Chiyulinmu, epic. Catastrophe, legend. 3 more unlucky entries, Shen Junwu's heart was about to break. White Tiger Bodyguard, epic. White Tiger Destruction Kill, epic. 9 Nether White Tiger Beast Soul, epic. 9 Nether Dark Tiger Bloodline, legend. Shen Junwu was overjoyed. He finally revealed his legendary bloodline, and also revealed the beast soul of the 9 Nether White Tiger. Perfect. This trip, Zhu Weizi. Bite. The system detects that the host's breakthrough is imminent. If it is integrated with the 9 Nether Dark Tiger bloodline, the martial arts will immediately break through to the 6th level, and it is bound to be noticed by the Liger Saint. System, enter the entry database. Shen Junwu did not dare to let the Liger Saint know that he had become more powerful, so he could only temporarily put the entries into the entry library, and wait for the critical moment to integrate and break through. Boy, I'm warning you one last time. The Liger Saint turned around angrily. Ahead is the living area of the 8th level Holy Beast King. If you dare to do such a thing, I will kill you first and then fight with the strange beast. Senior has misunderstood. After all, the kid's space power has just broken through, and the distance the space moves is short and long, so it's really impossible to control it perfectly. While collecting the body, Shen Junwu promised, I will be suitable as soon as possible to ensure that there will be no mistakes in the 8th level Holy Beast King area. It's better this way, the Liger Saint warned again. I promise, Shen Junwu nodded repeatedly, but he was sneering in his heart. The 8th level Holy Beast King area did not dare to cause trouble, but the 7th level Honorable Beast King area could still do it once. Keep going, time flies, and darkness once again covers Shiwen Mountain. When approaching the 8th level Holy Beast King area, Shen Junwu finally seized a space node that was more suitable for landing, and once again led the Liger Saint into the cave of the top-level Beast King, the two-headed Bloodhook Snake. Maybe he's used to being scared. This time, the Liger Saint did not get furious, but calmly took action, and with the cooperation of Shen Junwu, he quickly seriously injured the two-headed blood python. When the two-headed bloodline was about to be killed, Shen Junwu spoke again, Senior, stop. Hee. The Liger Saint sneered and turned around. You got it right this time, it is the reincarnation of your beloved woman, right? Senior is really wise. Shen Junwu's expression changed, and he stepped forward with a smile. I saw it right this time, it is really the reincarnation of the boy's beloved woman. She was lustful in her previous life, so she reincarnated into a snake demon. The words fell. Shen Junwu's Yanshan sword struck again and gave the double-headed blood python a fatal blow. You are so kind to the woman you love. The Liger Saint teased with a smile. Senior has misunderstood. It has been seriously injured, is dying, and cannot survive. As a former beloved, I should personally send it away and end the cause and effect. Quote. Shen Junwu happily answered nonsense. The Liger Saint didn't care about the corpses of the 3 top Beast Kings, which shows that the Liger Saint was determined to kill him. If you want to take it, just take it. Kill when it's time to kill, everything belongs to him, there is no need to care about it. Bite. Congratulations to the host for successfully scheming to kill the top beast level Beast King, two-headed Bloodhook Snake, and obtain a new entry. Unexpected disaster epic. 3 disasters and 8 disasters epic. Horrible epic. Shen Junwu looked at these 3 entries and couldn't help but sigh. Is there many twists and turns in the growth of this two-headed Bloodhook Snake? He was only teased a few times, and the words, terrible, were also posted. The system's judgment was a bit humane. Bloodhook Blade epic. Toxic Mist Protection epic. Entanglement and Strangulation epic. Blood Poison Soul legend. Shen Junwu was startled. A legendary level, Poisonous Beast Soul actually appeared. This is a rare thing. Older and stronger. Invincible group attack ability. The only pity is that the bloodline entry was not revealed. Rest here tonight. Tomorrow, we will travel through the 8th level Holy Beast King area, arrive at the Dragon Lair, in one fell swoop, and kidnap the little Dragon King. After the Liger Saint went around for a while, he decided to stay in the dark cave of the two-headed Bloodhook Snake, for the night to recover his physical strength and spiritual power. Good. Shen Junwu nodded. Having reaped enough benefits, it's time to stop. The place where snakes live is dark, humid, and shrouded in miasma. It is the perfect place to rest without being discovered by other strange beasts. Tomorrow's journey is like dancing on the edge of a knife, and Shen Junwu doesn't dare to be careless at all. A slight mistake will lead to death. Sit cross-legged. Shen Junwu couldn't wait to open the entry database, and Wu Yongyang's unlucky entries were always emitting a black light. Epic. Legendary level. What will be the effect if all of this is added to one person? Not to mention the Liger Saint. Even if the Lord of the Beast Temple comes, I'm afraid he will be tricked to death. Also, there are many advanced terms available. Hunting on the periphery were the 2 supreme-level early-stage Beast Kings, the Golden Flame Condor and the Black Ice Sparrow, and the 3 top-level Supreme Beast Kings, the Vajra Bear, the 9 Nether White Tiger, and the 2-headed Blood Hook Snake. Among them, the entries for the powerful Vajra Bear have been integrated, and the powerful Vajra Palm Epic and the Fudo Myoyo Body Epic are ready for use. This is the entry of a top-level Beast King. How much power can it exert? Unimaginable. Can't imagine. I remember that when forming a temporary team with Feng Fanyu and others, Shen Junwu killed a 4th-level Buffalo King at the 3rd level and obtained the powerful Bull Demon Fist. The system reminded at that time that the powerful Bull Demon Fist can exert the impact of the 4th-level Buffalo King. What are the levels of the powerful Vajra Palm Epic and the Fudo Myoyo Body Epic? It's exciting to think about. Still looking forward to it. Aha! When Shen Junwu was secretly excited, he suddenly sensed a riot of bees in the mountain and river realm. The spirit swept away. Shen Junwu's face turned green. The 6-blade hornet actually went to eat up the corpses of the Golden Flame Condor and the Black Ice Sparrow. But Shen Junwu's expression quickly turned into joy. The corpses of the 2 early-stage 7th-level nobles have made their strength rise again, and they seem to have gained some immunity to ice and fire. It truly possesses the attack power of a 6th-level alien beast. Seeing their changes, Shen Jun was determined and threw the top-level Beast King, 2-headed Blood Hook Snake, to them to eat to see if they could mutate again. The next day, 1 old and 1 young set out again. This time, Shen Junwu became a good baby in seconds, and the Liger Saint asked him to take 1 step without moving more than half a step. The Liger Saint was surprised. Shen Junwu had no choice. Now that we are in the area of the 8th-level Holy Beast King, we can't get any benefits. If we accidentally startle a Holy Beast King, it will be a fierce and protracted battle, and the mission will definitely fail. Sneak, sneak. As evening approached, the 2 finally arrived at the territory of the King of Shiwanda Mountain, Lies Lake. A cave deep at the bottom of the lake is the dragon lair of the god-level Beast King, Thunder Dragon King. The target of the Beast Soul Palace, the Little Dragon King, is in the dragon lair. If there are no errors in the past life memory, even if the Thunder Dragon King is not in Lies Lake, there is still a top Holy Beast King, the Silver Moon Thunder Dragon, guarding Lies Lake. Boy, you only have 1 chance. The Liger Saint said solemnly. I will use a secret method to sense the position of the Little Dragon King later. You must enter the dragon's lair accurately. If there is even a slight difference, the Thunder Dragon King's guard, Silver Moon Thunder Dragon, will find out. If the mission fails, I will definitely kill you before I die. Quote. Senior, don't worry, I am not only a person who knows faces, but also knows how to behave. You see, I didn't cause you any trouble along the way. Quote. Shen Junwu quickly assured. Only if the mission is successful can I survive and have a chance to save people. The Liger Saint rolled his eyes. I thought to myself, have you caused me enough trouble? Using me as a free thug to hunt down the 3 top-level Beast Kings, do you really think I can't see it? Time is running out. There is no room for failure in the mission, and the Liger Saint has no choice but to settle accounts with Shen Jun and Wu Choho. Immediately use the secret method of Beast Soul Palace to sense the breath of strange beasts and determine the target location. 3 minutes later, the Liger Saint looked happy and immediately pointed to the center of the lake. In the center of the lake, 3,000 meters down is where the Dragon's Cave is, and the Little Dragon King is in it. Good. Shen Junwu clicked and immediately used space movement. Just as he was about to move, the Liger Saint's hand suddenly rested on Shen Junwu's shoulder, and his meaning was obvious. Dare to throw him away. Dare to play tricks. Or if you deliberately appear in the wrong space node, you will die. The gap in strength was huge. Shen Junwu had no way to play tricks for the time being, so he could only move into the lake with the Liger Saint, and instantly appeared in a huge cave with colorful colors and thunder. Shen Junwu glanced at it, and his mood was violently shaken. The dragon's lair is at the bottom of the lake, but the lake water can't flow in. Deep in the dragon's cave, there is a huge crystal bed, and on the bed is a small dragon about 3 meters long, with lightning all over its body. Judging from the breath, this little dragon was just born. But his strength is extremely powerful, reaching the level of the 6th order, Emperor level, Beast King, and he is worthy of being a mythical talent. The Liger Saint was even more happy. The figure appeared beside the crystal bed in a flash. He stretched out his hand and a spiritual barrier was applied to the little Dragon King. However, the suppression of the Liger Saint was not smooth. A dragon's soul suddenly erupted from the little Dragon King, blocking the spiritual realm of the Liger Saint. It's the soul guarding you. The Liger Saint was furious. Thunder Dragon King, you actually left a soul to protect the little Dragon King. In anger, the Liger Saint moved his palm and immediately used his Liger double-headed cane. When he killed the 3 top-level beast kings at that time, he did not use the Liger double-headed crutch, but now he used it. Visible. The protective power of the soul left behind by the Thunder Dragon King is so strong that even the Liger Saint cannot easily break it. This situation is wonderful for Shen Junwu. What a second! The Liger Saint was unable to successfully suppress the little Dragon King, and Shen Junwu's opportunity came. Shen Junwu felt like a mirror in his heart. In the plan of the Liger Saint, he successfully suppressed the little Dragon King, and escaped using Shen Junwu's space movement. When his spatial supernatural power is exhausted, he will die. It can be said that this is Shen Junwu's only chance of survival. He really had to thank the Thunder Dragon King for his divine soul protection, which forced the Liger Saint to take action with all his strength, and also used one of the treasures of the Beast Soul Palace. Others don't know, but Shen Junwu knows it very well. The Liger Saint's Liger double-headed cane is not an ordinary cane as it appears on the surface, but a rare treasure that can store a large amount of spiritual energy. As soon as this stick comes out, an Earth Liger Beast Soul suddenly appeared, and doubled the attack power of the Liger Saint, which was equal to the attack of 2 Liger Saints. Boom! A violent impact erupted, and the Thunder Dragon King's Soul Guardian was shaken repeatedly. The little Dragon King who had just woken up was knocked unconscious on the spot. Ho ho ho! This blow exploded, and the top Holy Beast King, Silver Moon Thunder Dragon, outside the dragon's lair immediately felt it, and immediately burst out with a roaring impact. Break it for me! The Liger Saint knew that it would alarm the Silver Moon Thunder Dragon, but he had no choice. If the Thunder Dragon King's soul protection was not broken, this trip would be in vain. He ignored the arrival of the Silver Moon Thunder Dragon and launched another full-strength attack. At this time, Shen Junwu was sweating profusely. He also didn't expect that the Thunder Dragon King's soul protection was so powerful that it could withstand the full blow of the Liger Saint. This time it happened. The Silver Moon Thunder Dragon is coming in an instant. Apart from leaving immediately, he had no choice but to die. When the Silver Moon Thunder Dragon arrives, he will be the first to kill him. They are already in the dragon's lair. How can Shen Junwu be willing to give up the little Dragon King that is so easy to get? Perhaps this was Shen Junwu's only chance to obtain a mythical talent before he successfully promoted to the 9th level. How could he be willing to give it up? Calm down, calm down. Shen Junwu thought quickly, forced himself to calm down, and broke through the crisis. In the blink of an eye, the terrifying aura of the Silver Moon Thunder Dragon appeared outside the dragon's lair. The thin line between life and death. Shen Junwu's eyes flashed, and he finally thought of a way to break the situation. The spiritual power of the 6th level, space teleportation, skill was immediately applied to the entrance of the dragon's lair. The next second, a terrifying aura that pressed Shen Junwu to the point where he was hunched over and unable to breathe suddenly came, and a silvery white lightning flashed, and his eyes lost color. However, no attack fell on Shen Junwu. What, little thief! At this moment, the Liger Saint, who had just struck out with all his strength and successfully broke through the guardianship of the Thunder Dragon King's soul, sensed a fierce murderous intention. It's the Silver Moon Thunder Dragon. This terrifying top Holy Beast King appeared above his head in an instant and delivered a fatal blow to him. It must be Shen Junwu. Only Shen Junwu has this ability. On the line between life and death, the Liger Holy Lord couldn't care about anything else. The Beast Soul's true form immediately opened and suddenly raised the Liger double-headed crutch. Boom, boom, boom. The 2 top saint-level giants' full-out blows instantly collided with each other, erupting with a power that destroyed the world and caused the dragon's cave to shake violently. The entire Lies Lake was churning violently. The bloodline is going crazy. The body of the immovable king. Shen Junwu was well prepared. Before the 2 top saint-level giants faced off, he activated the power of Bloodline Madness and used the protective entry of the powerful Diamond Bear. Only with the help of the entry of powerful King Kong Bear could Shen Zhenwu be able to withstand the aftermath of their fight. Puff, poof. However, Shen Zhenwu still underestimated the duel between the two top saint-level giants. Even if he used the Bloodline Madness to enhance his body's defense and use the Fudo Ming King body, he was still shocked to the point of vomiting blood. He also underestimated the consumption of King Fudo Ming's body, which actually consumed most of his physical strength and most of his energy in an instant. However, I managed to hold it together. System, immediately add the legendary entry, 9 Nether Dark Tiger Bloodline. Shen Zhenwu immediately gave orders to the system. Bite. The system detects that the host is in danger and immediately forcibly fuses the legendary entry, 9 Nether Dark Tiger Bloodline, for the host within 3 seconds. Ah! The system prompt sounded, and Shen Zhenwu immediately felt what forced fusion meant. His whole body was almost torn, his blood vessels swelled, and his skin cracked. Become a blood man in seconds. Even more red than that Shui Mei. It's 100 times more painful than fusing the Shenwu spiritual bone in the previous life. It can really be said that life is worse than death. Fortunately, 3 seconds flew by. Shen Zhenwu obtained the legendary 9 Nether Dark Tiger Bloodline, his martial arts instantly broke through to the 6th level, and his bloodline's madness increased even more. Fudo Mayu's body defense also increased instantly. Boy, you are so calculating. Seeing Shen Zhenwu's martial arts breakthrough, the Liger Saint finally understood why Shen Zhenwu dared to risk his life for a few space spirit beads. Turn out to be, Shen Zhenwu is not that kind. It is not that you have to obey for the sake of the lives of a few classmates, but that you are sure to win in the chaos and reap great benefits. Ha 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 ha. Senior, hold this beast back and let me complete the task. Shen Zhenwu burst out laughing, and taking advantage of a gap in their fight, he immediately appeared on the crystal bed deep in the dragon's cave using space movement. Boy, how dare you! The Liger Saint was furious. If Shen Zhenwu took away the little dragon king, how could he leave? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The beast god turns crazy. The Liger Saint moved in anger. Immediately use the bloodline burning technique of the beast temple to go berserk and forcibly increase your strength. I have to say, the Liger Saint is strong enough, and even more ruthless. He doesn't have much longevity, but he can fight against the Silver Moon Thunder Dragon. Under the circumstances that he could protect himself, he actually chose to forcibly burn the power of blood to increase his strength and defeat Shen Zhenwu's plan. It was indeed cruel. He was ruthless, and Shen Zhenwu was even ruthless. System. Shen Zhenwu immediately issued an order to the system. Add the legendary entry, Catastrophe, to the Liger Saint. This entry came from the 9 Nether White Tiger. If the Liger Saint is given an entry of this level, can he survive? How else to deal with Shen Zhenwu? Bite. The system successfully added the entry, Catastrophe, for the Liger Saint. It is detected that the Liger Saint encounters a powerful enemy, and the effect of the entry will immediately show his power. Boom. The system prompt fell, and the Liger Saint's bloodline burning power was also successful. His cultivation level increased instantly, but the impact of the entries also followed. On the top of the dragon's cave above his head, a huge boulder containing the power of thunder suddenly fell down. Ah, it's actually Thunder Crystal. The Liger Saint was extremely angry, and the fatal blow originally aimed at Shen Zhenwu could only be used to bombard the falling huge Thunder Crystal stone. Shen Zhenwu was also horrified. Thunder Crystal, a natural treasure that attracts thunder, it can store a large amount of thunder power. A finger-sized one is a unique treasure for the practice of thunder power, which even if you have money, you can't get it. No wonder there is no lake water pouring into this dragon's cave. It turns out that there is a piece of Thunder Crystal Stone, weighing in tons. There was a boom. The Thunder Crystal Stone was shattered into pieces, and the power of thunder contained in it exploded and impacted. The Liger Saint who was at the center of the explosion was in extremely miserable condition. He was shaken by countless thunders and his white hair was smoking. The clothes all over his body were turned into rags and were still smoking and burning. Old dog, accept my anger. No one has ever dared to threaten me, Shen Zhenwu, never. You not only threatened me, but also wanted to kill me. It will only end in vain. Shen Junwu stood on the crystal bed, with one foot on the little dragon king's head, and instantly acquired the legendary weapon, Cloud-Breaking Sword. While roaring, he raised the knife and dropped it. The soul protection was broken, and the head of the little dragon king, who was seriously injured and unconscious due to the impact, rolled to the ground with a pop. Ah! Beast! Beast! The Liger Holy Lord's heart was filled with rage, and a mouthful of blood spurted out. I don't know how much the Beast Soul Palace paid for this little dragon king, and how much effort it expended on its calculations. As a result, it was completely destroyed. What they want is not only the little dragon king's mythical bloodline, but also the little dragon king's mythical beast soul. Shen Junwu simply raised the knife and dropped it, making all their expectations come to nothing. All in vain. The little dragon king was killed, and as the guardian, the Silver Moon Thunder Dragon became even more angry. The power of thunder exploded into the sky and attacked the Liger Saint, trying to kill these two dirty humans together. The plan of the Beast Soul Palace failed. Shen Junwu's plan succeeded. Bite. Congratulations to the host for taking the chestnut out of the fire, finally completing the unparalleled plan, successfully killing the 6th level Beast King, Little Dragon King, and obtaining a new entry. Disaster comes from the sky, cruel and inhumane myth. Thunder Dragon breaking the sky epic. Dragon's Wrath epic. Body of Thunder Dragon legendary. Thunder Dragon Beast Soul myth. True Dragon Bloodline myth. Shen Junwu was shocked. This Little Dragon King's extremely powerful talent actually revealed a legendary and triple myth level entry. It's a pity. One is a mythical unlucky entry. Beasts, evil deeds. Go to hell, go to hell. The Liger Saint was injured due to the Thunder Crystal Stone, and was hit by a move from the furious Silver Moon Thunder Dragon. His body suddenly flew backwards in the direction of Shen Junwu. However, he hated Shen Junwu even more. Anger and hatred forced him to ignore the Silver Moon Thunder Dragon's pursuit, and brazenly used the power of the Beast Soul True Body to block the space, and slapped Shen Junwu hard with his palm. Mission failed. There was no way he could escape from Shiwandishan. This little evil obstacle with unparalleled scheming, abilities, and talents must be killed before he dies. Otherwise, the Beast Soul Palace will be destroyed by the hands of the evil villain. Ha 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 ha. Shen Junwu's plan succeeded. He had already included the shocking entries revealed by the Little Dragon King into the entry library. Is he still afraid of a dying man's counterattack? Six-Blade Alicorn, come out. When Shen Junwu released the Shan Realm Swarm with a loud shout, he brazenly used the powerful Vajra Palm of the powerful Vajra Bear to fight against the Liger Saint. Shen Junwu's martial arts has reached the 6th level. The true attack power that can be exerted is not weaker than that of the ordinary 7th level martial master, plus the blessing of the powerful Vajra Palm. Still can't withstand the blows of the Liger Saint, who was injured one after another. Puff, poof. After a blow, Shen Junwu was beaten so hard that he vomited blood and flew back, but he managed to hold on. At the same time, the six-edged alicorn bee that came out of the mountain and river realm successfully tore through the blockade of the Liger Saint's Beast Soul True Body. Old dog, please take your time and play. Shen Junwu tried his best to not only save his life, but also tore open the blockade and immediately used space movement to escape. Ah, beast, evil deed. The Liger Saint never expected that the blow he did not spare could not kill Shen Junwu, and would he still have the ability to escape? Hateful. Shen Junwu, just leave. He also used his mental power to take away the body of the Little Dragon King and the fragments of Thunder Crystal Stone scattered nearby. Even more hateful, Shen Junwu also drove a swarm of strange bees to block his actions, forcing him to act as a shield and have to fight against the Silver Moon Dragon. It is simply extremely sinister, extremely shameless, and extremely hateful. The Liger Saint is so angry. But my heart is even more powerless and frustrated. I never expected Shen Junwu to have so many tricks. There is actually an extremely terrifying peak group hidden in the mountain and river realm of the Space Ring. Not to mention the endless amount, it can also emit a bloodhook poisonous mist that belongs to the top-level Beast King, two-headed bloodhook snake. Even he can't kill these peaks instantly, so he still has to guard against the poisonous mist of the peaks. If he inhaled it, he would be poisoned. Bye-bye. The moment Shen Junwu disappeared, he deliberately waved goodbye to the Liger Saint with great pride. Puff, poof. The Liger Saint was so angry that he was hit by the pursuing Silver Moon Thunder Dragon and was completely seriously injured. You evil beast, I will fight with you. Shen Junwu successfully escaped, but the Liger Saint was not willing to die and immediately turned around to fight the Silver Moon Thunder Dragon. Shen Junwu's cultivation is too strong and his methods are too terrifying. In particular, the Fudoming King body and powerful Vajra palm that were just displayed seemed to be related to the aura of the powerful Vajra bear. He must save his life. Even if he cannot kill Shen Junwu, he must pass back Shen Junwu's latest information. Otherwise, Shen Junwu would definitely take the body of the Little Dragon King to trade with the believers of the Beast Soul Palace, but the result would be that all the believers would be killed. Years of accumulation and years of development will all be destroyed in one day. Make up your mind. The Liger Saint fought and retreated, and soon broke through the dragon's lair and came to the lake. At the same time, Shen Junwu's bee swarm also took the opportunity to fly away. The peak group that devoured the top-level Beast King, two-headed Bloodhook Snake, mutated again and could spit out Bloodhook Poison Mist while flying, which was even more terrifying. It can be called the top existence among the sixth-order alien beasts. Shen Junwu was reluctant to give up. A fierce battle. It has already alarmed the Holy Beast King near the dragon's lair, and caused extremely terrifying wild vibrations, with the roars of strange beasts everywhere. The earth shook and the void roared. The Silver Moon Thunder Dragon also roared loudly during the battle, as if it was conveying some message. After a few breaths, the strange beasts on the earth and the birds in the sky were ordered to immediately pursue the swarm. Ha 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 ha, little beast, can you escape? All the strange beasts chased Shen Junwu, but did not attack the Liger Saint. The Liger Saint secretly breathed a sigh of relief, and instantly felt that he was okay again. As long as he is not besieged, it will be difficult for the Silver Moon Thunder Dragon to kill him. What a pity. The Liger Saint was overjoyed too early. Shen Junwu added the legendary entry, Catastrophe of Annihilation, to him. What is a catastrophe? Only a disaster that is certain to lead to death can be called a catastrophe, and the falling of the huge, Thunder Crystal Stone, does not count at all. Quack! Just when the Liger Saint was happy, a shocking bird song suddenly appeared in the void, and a giant bird with a fiery red body and a body big enough to cover the sky and the sun appeared in Li's lake. Ah! The top Holy Beast King, the sky-covering fire sparrow. The Liger Saint looked up and was instantly despaired. The next second, the sky-covering fire bird opened its mouth and spat out, and a raging flame fell on the head of the Liger Saint. One blow fell. The Liger Saint tried his best to resist, although he barely managed to block it. But he was also bombarded so much that he vomited blood and fell into Li's lake. The Liger double-headed staff in his hand was knocked away. The Silver Moon Thunder Dragon was well prepared. The huge dragon body wrapped around the Liger Saint in one roll, and then bit off the head of the Liger Saint. A generation of top Saint-level beast transforming superpowers has fallen. Other side, Shen Junwu's situation is not good either. The subordinate Beast Kings commanded by the Thunder Dragon King all pursued him with all their strength. Even if he abandoned the peak group, he would not be able to escape from the roundup of these top beasts. System. Added entries. Thunder Dragon Breaking the Sky Epic, True Dragon's Wrath Epic, Thunder Dragon Body Legend, Thunder Dragon Beast Soul Myth, True Dragon Bloodline Myth. Quote. Shen Junwu kept moving around in the void, giving out orders intermittently. For the current plan, only by opening more abilities can we have a chance to escape. Bite. The system detects the body of a legendary Thunder Dragon, which belongs to the Thunder System, and is activating the Thunder System power for the host. The system detects the mythical Thunder Dragon Beast Soul, which is a beast soul of the Beast Transformation System, and is activating the Beast Transformation System ability for the host. Bite. The system has successfully added Thunder Dragon Breaking Sky Strike Epic, True Dragon's Wrath Epic, and True Dragon Bloodline Mythical, and is fusing the mythical True Dragon Bloodline to the host. This trip, Shen Junwu took chestnuts from the fire and designed the Liger Saint as a free thug. He continuously obtained bloodline entries and successfully pushed his martial arts cultivation to the 6th level of the Martial King realm, with a deep foundation. The 5th and 6th gates of abilities can be opened. In the end, He got the legendary Thunder Power, the mythical Thunder Dragon Beast transformation ability, and the mythical True Dragon Bloodline. All the efforts are worth it. As for the crisis, at worst, he will throw out all the original blows from Sword God Li Yi and the two Elders of Heaven and Earth. It is important to save his life first. Then he will think of ways to blackmail him. Soon after, the mythical, True Dragon Bloodline was the first to complete the fusion. Shen Junwu's martial arts once again advanced by leaps and bounds, reaching the peak of the 6th level of Martial Emperor Realm. A short time, martial arts jumped from the 5th level to the peak of the 6th level, Martial King Realm, all due to the gains brought by the fusion entries. Obtained the bloodline of the epic level, Mighty Vajra Bear, and purified it into the legendary level, Bloodline Bear Bloodline, to reach the peak of the 5th level. Then he merged with the 9 Nether White Tiger Bloodline, to break through the 6th level, and then merged with the mythical, True Dragon Bloodline, and jumped to the peak of the 6th level. 2 legends, 1 mythical bloodline, what kind of talent is this? At this moment, Shen Junwu not only did not feel any serious injury, but also had exhausted energy, truly possessing tireless endurance. In particular, the mythical, True Dragon Bloodline, provided him with endless energy. It is said that dragons are inherently licentious and like to have love. It turns out that it is caused by excessive energy, which is awesome. When meeting Lin Yutong, Shen Junwu was no longer bragging, but actually had the ability to cultivate the land. Keep moving to escape. The dual abilities given by the Little Dragon King entry were also successfully activated. Shen Junwu couldn't wait to bring up the system panel. Host Shen Junwu. Martial Arts. Peak of the 6th level. Bloodline. Bloodline of the Wild Bear Legend. Bloodline of the 9 Nether White Tiger Legend. Bloodline of the True Dragon Myth. Entries. Dragon and Snake Swim, Bull Demon Powerful Fist, Extraordinary Smell, Extraordinary Hearing, King's Control, Spinosaurus Roar, Spinosaurus Claws. Hunyuan Stick Technique Epic Demon Ape Madness Epic Powerful Vajra Palm Epic Fudo Ming King Body Epic Thunder Dragon Breaking the Sky Epic True Dragon's Wrath Epic Power, Psychic Powers, Epic Level 5. Skills, Mental Attack, Mental Detection, Mental Field, Mental Control, Mind Control. Wind Power, Epic Level 5. Skills, Storm Tornado, Endless Wind Blade, Gale Prison, Wind Feather Wings. Devouring Ability, Legendary 5th Level. Skills, Devour All Things, Devour and Dissolve, Devour Spirit and Devour Barrier. Space Power, Epic Level 6. Skills, Space Movement, Space 100 Blades, Space Shield, Space Teleportation. Thunder Power, 1st Level Legendary Level. Skill, Lightning Drawing Technique. The Thunder Dragon has the ability to transform into a beast, a 1st level mythical level. Skill, Dragon Claw. Looking at the brand new panel, Shen Junwu's eyes were almost blinded, and he couldn't help laughing while running for his life. 6th level of martial arts, 3 major bloodlines, and 6 major powers. What kind of ability is this? What kind of talent is this? Lu Sandao, the founder of Zan University and a 3rd series superpower, could only carry his shoes and act like a little brother in front of Shen Junwu's unparalleled potential. But, although this trip has unparalleled potential, it still takes time to improve its combat effectiveness. Legendary thunder powers and mythical thunder dragon beast souls all need to absorb spiritual beads to increase their levels in order to become truly powerful. Think quickly. Shen Junwu immediately took out the Little Dragon King's spirit beads and used the swallowing power to quickly absorb the spiritual power and upgrade the level of the thunder power. Although the Thunder Dragon Beast soul is stronger. But Shen Junwu is now running for his life and needs to continue fighting and killing. The legendary thunder power is more suitable because he has a legendary spiritual weapon, Thunder Sword. When I first took this sword, Shen Junwu then had a plan. You want to hunt down a Thunder-type beast and awaken the power of Thunder-type supernatural powers to enhance the killing power of martial arts. Practice the art of interplay between the sword in the left hand and the sword in the right hand. While the space supernatural power was still there, Shen Junwu tried his best to move and escape, while at the same time devouring the Little Dragon King's spirit beads to increase the level of his thunder power. Although it serves 2 purposes. But Shen Junwu's goal was clear and he didn't want to stop at all. He just aimed to cross in the northeast direction. Under full exertion, The distance of one space movement can reach 320 miles. When the spatial supernatural power was completely exhausted, Shen Junwu appeared more than 3,000 miles away, completely leaving the territory of the Thunder Dragon King, and successfully got rid of the pursuit of a group of 8th Order Holy Beast Kings. However, the tracking ability of the Saint-level Beast King is extremely terrifying. Even if Shen Junwu distances himself from them, he can still lock on to his aura and pursue them. What's more, it was Shen Junwu who killed the Little Dragon King himself. Even if they lose track of Shen Junwu, they can still sense the death aura of the Little Dragon King. This is a talent that humans cannot match. However, at this time, Shen Junwu was not afraid at all, and even felt a bit excited and looking forward to it. After landing, Shen Jun Musashi entered a dense forest filled with miasma and took the opportunity to absorb all the remaining spiritual power of the Little Dragon King. Boom, boom, boom. Soon after, the earth shook and the mountains shook, as if a magnitude 10 earthquake was coming. Shen Junwu raised his eyes and murmured excitedly, "The Holy Beast King is indeed so powerful, how can he catch up so quickly?" Sudden change. In the endless mountains in front of Shen Junwu, the roars of countless alien beast kings suddenly erupted, and among them there were also extremely powerful saint-level beast kings who shouted in warning. However, the holy beast kings who were chasing Shen Junwu did not stop because of these warnings, but instead rushed in violently. The location where Shen Junwu is at this time is not an ordinary mountain range, it is also in the 100,000 mountains. With Shen Junwu as the center, behind are the subordinate forces of the Thunder Dragon King, and in front are the subordinate forces belonging to another king of Shiwandishan. The subordinate forces of the Thunder Dragon King broke in for no reason, which was tantamount to starting a war. How can the subordinate forces of another king refuse to fight? If the Liger Saint is still alive, he will definitely say to Shen Junwu, "You fool, you are not a human being, and you are causing trouble to the east." 100,000 mountains, 3 kings. The Thunder Dragon King is the king of the central area of Shiwen Mountain. The place where Shen Junwu is located is the king of the upper area of the Shiwen Mountain to the northeast, close to the Endless Sea, and belongs to the king of Qilin. At that time, when he agreed to the terms of the Beast Soul Palace, Shen Junwu had already thought of an escape route. He could only survive by escaping to the upper area, bringing the Thunder Dragon King's power into the Qilin King's territory, and causing the 2 kings to fight. Disasters are diverted to the east, and people seek to survive through cracks. One party wants to break in. One side needs to protect. Earth-shattering battles broke out instantly, countless mountains were destroyed, and countless lands were beaten into abyss. The battle was fierce, destructive, and terrifying. Even Shen Junwu, who had experienced a god-level battle, was shaken and his hair stood on end. An impact of this magnitude. If the war defense line is encountered, it will be broken within 10 minutes if the human ceiling does not take action. Fear is fear. Life goes on. The crisis is far from over. Fortunately, Shen Junwu successfully absorbed the Little Dragon King's spirit beads and upgraded his thunder abilities to the early stage of the 6th level of Emperor level. The mythical Beast King spirit bead is indeed strong enough and has great potential. If it were another 6th level Beast King spirit pearl, how could it be possible for Shen Junwu's series of abilities to be directly upgraded to the early stage of the 6th level, Emperor level? Of course, we have to thank the Liger Saint. If he hadn't been strong enough, he could have knocked the Little Dragon King unconscious with one blow. The essence of the spirit bead was not damaged at all, and Shen Junwu wouldn't have been able to reach the 6th level in one fell swoop. With the improvement of thunder power, Shen Junwu can finally use the cloud-breaking sword in his left hand and the thunder sword in his right hand. Even if he was in the middle of the battlefield between the 2 kings, he was confident of saving his life. Only, he can't hide for long, and he will definitely have to show up due to the impact of the war. When the time comes, where should we go? I have a headache. The spatial supernatural energy is completely consumed and will not be restored for a while, making it impossible to move in space. A fierce battle is inevitable. Think about it. Shen Junwu frowned, not knowing what to do. If you walk back, you will definitely be intercepted and killed by the top Holy Beast King, and you will even encounter the Thunder Dragon King. Go forward. That is to continue deep into the territory of the Qilin King, and you may encounter the Qilin King. Go west. It is in the direction of Zanzan University and belongs to the return route. But Lin Shuang and others have not been rescued yet, and it will directly trigger a mythical beast wave. Who knows how many soldiers and students will die on the war defense line? If others die, they will die, and if the soldiers die, Shen Junwu cannot do it. You idiot, let's move forward first. After much deliberation, Shen Junwu finally decided to move forward and expand the intensity of the fight between the two kings' forces, in order to weaken the strength of the strange beasts in Shiwandishan. Aliens are very intelligent, but have a stronger sense of territory. Even if he knew that the war started out of nowhere, he would not flinch at all. Killing and devouring each other is the fastest way for an alien beast to increase its strength. It is a naked law that the strong is king. Six-blade poison horn peak, come out. Shen Junwu shouted loudly and immediately moved the bee swarm completely out of the mountain and river realm, letting them wrap around him in all directions, hiding the human aura as much as possible. For a moment, Shen Junwu became a bee man. It is surrounded by dense swarms of bees guarding it. Ho ho ho. Shen Junwu moved. Even if he used the swarm as a cover, the Holy Beast King who led the team to pursue Shen Junwu still discovered it, and immediately roared and ordered an attack. A more intense war broke out immediately. Shen Junwu was also forced into the melee. The Qilin King's subordinates regarded him as the Thunder Dragon King's force, and the Thunder Dragon King's subordinate forces would kill him. Both sides want to kill him, how difficult it is. Fortunately, both sides were jealous, and there was an extremely small gap for Shen Junwu to maneuver and survive. Well, while constantly dodging, Shen Junwu suddenly discovered that this huge meat grinder battlefield was a blessed place. The power of Thunder Dragon King. Although it is not the top Silver Moon Thunder Dragon, the Sky Zealing Fire Bird leads the team, but it is also an extremely powerful holy level beast king who is attacking and killing, and its destructive power is unparalleled. As for the power of the Qilin King, although the saint-level beast kings came quickly, there were more 6th-level beasts and 7th-level beast kings on the battlefield. They withstood difficulties and suffered huge casualties. With just a few moves, he could pick up the corpse of a 6th-level beast king, and some even flew directly in front of him. I really didn't expect that. Can you divert trouble to the east, or can you still pick up the big leak? Stimulate. It's so exciting. While Shen Junwu was dodging again and again, he kept ingesting the corpses of strange beasts with his mental power. No matter what level it is, as long as he has the opportunity to pick it up, he will not let it go. For a while, the situation on the battlefield became very strange and funny. The angrier the Holy Beast King, a subordinate of the Thunder Dragon King, becomes, the fiercer he kills, the stronger the resistance he encounters, and the greater the killing. And Shen Junwu. He has been wandering around the camp of the Qilin King's subordinates, picking up leaks. With Shen Junwu's current strength, the 6th level could not hurt him at all, and would be killed by the swarm. Only the 7th level Beast King can hurt him, and the main goal of this existence is to resist the holy subordinates of the Thunder Dragon King. As long as he avoids the Thunder Dragon King's subordinate, the Saint level Beast King, he will be able to keep picking things up. It's so exciting, so beautiful. Shen Junwu was unknown all his life. It turns out that the battlefield can still be played like this. It turns out that alien beasts are not so difficult to deal with. As long as they are provoked just right, they are more willing to kill each other than humans. Perhaps, animals and humans alike cannot escape the word prophet as long as they live. The battle was stalemate. Soon after, on the side of the Thunder Dragon King, a large number of 7th Order, Venerable, Beast Kings rushed to the battlefield under the leadership of the Silver Moon Thunder Dragon and the Sky Zealing Fire Sparrow. The Qilin King is not weak either. The two top holy level Beast Kings, the Golden Lion King and the Evil Fire Blood Phoenix, also led a large number of 7th level, Venerable, Beast Kings to the battlefield. King versus King. Against the general. Soldier against soldier. In the 100,000 Mountains, an unprecedented battle between alien beasts completely broke out. Although Shen Junwu was very happy to pick it up, his crisis still existed. There are more and more 8th level Holy Beast Kings. No matter which Holy Beast King on both sides targets Shen Junwu will not be able to survive. System, come out. When Shen Junwu was anxious, he suddenly thought of a way and immediately asked, can the unlucky entries exploded by the alien beasts be used by the alien beasts? Host, It's okay. The system responded thoughtfully and immediately. All living things will be affected by the unlucky entries. You're so strong. Shen Junwu's eyes shone brightly, and he immediately ordered, add the legendary term, destined to offend Tai Sui, to the Silver Moon Thunder Dragon, and add the legendary term, terrible to the eyes, to the Golden Lion King. Add the epic term, unexpected misfortune, to the Sky Zealing Fire Bird, and add the epic term, misfortune is imminent, to the Evil Fire Blood Phoenix. Quote. Byte. The system successfully added entries for Silver Moon Thunder Dragon, Sky Covering Fire Bird, Golden Lion King, and Evil Fire Blood Phoenix. The system detects that the 4 top Saint-level Beast Kings are fighting against each other. Affected by the attributes of the entries, there is a half chance that both will be injured, and a half chance that they will die together. Please look forward to it, host. Shen Junwu smiled. Go system is not only God-level in ability, but also God-level in deceiving people. Affected by the entry, the battle between the 4 top holy-level Beast Kings is divided into victory and defeat, as well as life and death. The destructive power caused is unparalleled, and even the 7th level of ordinary people cannot stop the aftermath, making the battlefield extremely chaotic and miserable. See the current battle situation. Shen Junwu's eyes moved, as if he had a chance to escape from the battlefield and find a place to restore his spatial supernatural power. There are no spatial abilities. In the midst of hundreds of thousands of mountains, there is always a feeling that it is difficult to move even an inch. The fighting became more intense. The 4 top Saint-level Beast Kings continued to fight with all their strength, forcing the beasts on both sides to fight back and forth, dividing the battlefield into countless pieces. Soon after, the 4 top Holy Beast Kings simultaneously issued their talents and skills for the final battle. Boom, boom, boom. With this fight, the mountains and rivers were shattered, the void was cracked, countless mountains were shattered, dust filled the sky, and there was a loud noise. Ha, what a great opportunity. Shen Junwu was overjoyed. Immediately aiming at a seriously injured and dying late-stage 7th Order, Venerable, Golden-Winged Giant Python, his mental power swept away instantly, causing it to fly into the air. It used its huge body to cover Shen Junwu's figure. At the same time, Shen Junwu took advantage of the aftermath of the impact and used his devouring ability to forcefully swallow the spiritual energy of the world and recover some of his space supernatural power. He jumped out of the battlefield with a short and violent, void shift. Really, the God-level system is too powerful. The impact of the entry caused the 4 top holy-level beasts to fight in a fight that would hurt both sides. Shen Junwu also took the opportunity to jump out of the battlefield. He successfully jumped out of the battlefield without being noticed by the beasts on both sides. At this moment, the Qilin King's side was empty, and Shen Junwu sensed the lair of the Golden-Winged Python, and ran away. There is a way. The most dangerous place is the safest place. It is unrealistic for Shen Junwu to travel through the territory of King Qilin. They can only look for opportunities to jump out of the battlefield and use the Qilin King's subordinate beasts to hide their aura. Play the dark trick under the light. Soon after, Shen Junwu sensed that the beasts on both sides were withdrawing their troops and returning to their respective territories. In other words, his plan succeeded. After arriving at the lair of the Golden-Winged Python, Shen Junwu immediately moved the Golden-Winged Python out of the mountains and rivers realm. What a great guy. This Golden-Winged Giant Python is not dead yet. It even wanted to counterattack Shen Junwu, but it could only think about it. The injury was so severe that it could not attack at all, and it only had its last breath left. Aha! When Shen Junwu wanted to kill it, he suddenly had a terrifying idea. Just do it if you think of it. Shen Junwu immediately used mind control on the Golden-Winged Python. Today's mental abilities, the 5th skill, mind control, is a legendary existence. It can control the queen bee, and presumably it can also control this Golden-Winged Giant Python, right? In the novel, the big characters in the TV series like to keep snakes as pets, and Shen Junwu also wants to keep a snake as a mount for fun. Xu Xian dared to play with snakes. Was he afraid? Violent mental shocks constantly invaded the mind of the Golden-Winged Python. Although the Golden-Winged Giant Python was seriously injured, its mental power was still surging, and it was in existence in the late 7th level, Venom level, so it was not easy to control. Fortunately, it was hurt badly enough. Shen Zhenwu didn't want to miss this opportunity and continuously used mind control to invade. Performed several times in a row, Shen Zhenwu's remaining mental power was completely consumed, and he finally succeeded in planting mind control into the mind of the golden-winged python. This moment, Shen Zhenwu felt that his whole spirit was being pulled down and he couldn't use it at all. It can be seen that although he successfully controlled the golden-winged python, his entire mental power will be used to maintain the mind control skill. Mental powers can no longer be used against enemies. Think about it. A spiritual power can no longer be used, but it is exchanged for a late-stage 7th level, honorable, thug, which seems to be a very good deal. Even if Shen Zhenwu's spiritual powers successfully advance to the 7th level, it will still be quite difficult to deal with the beings in the later stages of the exalted level. The 7th level is a steep hurdle, and it is difficult to break through. People or beasts who have reached this level can only succeed in promotion if they have a great adventure. There is almost no challenge to cross a larger realm. Being able to cross a small realm is considered abnormal. Successfully controlled the golden-winged giant python at the late stage of the 7th level, Zun level. With its aura as a deterrent and cover, Shen Zhenwu no longer worried about his own safety and recovered peacefully in the snake's nest. 3 days later, Shen Zhenwu's space powers were completely restored, and his entire condition was restored to its peak. As he expected, even after the mental powers were restored, they could not be used. They were completely wasted in controlling the queen bee and the golden-winged python. Even worse, as the golden-winged python recovered from its injuries, Shen Zhenwu's mental consumption gradually increased, and he did not dare to let the golden-winged python recover from its injuries. They can only be imprisoned in the mountain and river realm to delay the recovery of their injuries. If it fully recovers from its injuries, it will probably break free of its mind control and backfire on its owner in an instant. This time, Shen Zhenwu was still greedy. The top priority is to return to Battlefield University immediately, get the spiritual orbs from the War Palace, and upgrade the spiritual powers to the 6th level to barely control the golden-winged python. Time is running out. Shen Zhenwu immediately set off and moved continuously in the direction of Zanzan University. All the best. Because Shen Zhenwu was too anxious, he landed directly in front of the War Palace with a loud bang, and his fierce momentum filled the air with dust. Shen Zhenwu, it's you. Lu Pingyuan, the junior tutor of the Animal Transformation Department and responsible for the Judgment Hall, happened to bring a group of freshmen to the War Hall to collect supplies. He was very surprised to see Shen Zhenwu. Shen Zhenwu ignored Lu Pingyuan. It has been 3 days. It is not safe to trap the golden-winged giant python in the mountain and river realm. Who knows when it will fully recover from its injuries? It is only safe to allow the mental powers to break through quickly. Lu Pingyuan was ignored, and he stopped Shen Zhenwu with a faceless look. Shen Zhenwu, you are so rude. Although you are not a student of my Animal Transformation Department, you should still respect your mentor. By the way, you didn't go to Shiwanda Mountain to rescue people under orders. Why did you suddenly return? You have no right to know. Shen Zhenwu went out for a trip, and his cultivation was far behind Lu Pingyuan, so he didn't want to explain at all. He really wasn't qualified to know. In Zanzan University, the 6th level is the junior tutor, the 7th level is the intermediate tutor, and the 8th level is the senior tutor. Although Lu Pingyuan is at the peak of the 6th level, Emperor level, Animal Transformation System, he can't even catch Shen Zhenwu's moves. How can he show off as a mentor? Presumptuous, presumptuous. Lu Pingyuan was furious, and a new momentum burst out. Oh, Shen Zhenwu smiled playfully, so he broke through to the early stage of the 7th level and became an intermediate mentor. Now, am I qualified to know? Back in the Death Abyss, Lu Pingyuan not only failed to save Shiji and other old students of the Animal Transformation System, but was also threatened by Shen Zhenwu, and he kept holding his breath. Stimulated by the humiliation, he worked day and night and finally succeeded in breaking through to the early stage of the Supreme level. Haha, just you. Shen Zhenwu laughed disdainfully. Get out of the way, I don't have time to argue with you, don't mess with me. Shen Zhenwu, you are too presumptuous. Lu Pingyuan showed that his cultivation level could not suppress Shen Zhenwu, and he became even more angry. You are disrespectful and should be beaten. You ran away from the battle and abandoned your classmates in the Shiwen Mountains. This is a cowardly act and tarnishes the reputation of your teacher, Senior Yang. I am even more sorry for your dual abilities. You should be killed. I'll kill your father. Shen Junwu's anger rose. Taking a step forward, he flipped the wrist of his right hand lightly and slapped the landing plane with his palm. Be bold. Lu Pingyuan was furious. It's just rude and presumptuous, but you actually dare to attack him, an intermediate tutor, so why don't you give him a hard lesson? He is now a beast-turned-superpower user in the early stage of the 7th level noble level. He was afraid that a freshman would fail, so he immediately counterattacked with a palm. There was a soft bang. As soon as Shen Junwu's true energy collided with Lu Pingyuan's spiritual power, Lu Pingyuan's expression suddenly changed. Never expected it. Shen Junwu just slapped a palm casually, and the power was enough to crush his early-level spiritual power, which frightened him so much that he quickly mobilized all his spiritual power to fight back. However, who is Shen Junwu? His martial arts cultivation has reached the peak of the 6th level of Martial King Realm, and he has 3 supreme bloodlines, the legendary Blood Bear bloodline, the legendary 9 Nether White Tiger bloodline legendary, and the mythical level True Dragon bloodline. Lu Pingyuan's talent is nothing but epic. Puff. Poof. Before Lu Pingyuan could use all his spiritual power, Shen Junwu's palm shattered his counterattack and hit him in the chest with a roar. The violent force impact made Lu Pingyuan vomit blood and keep retreating. An amazing scene. The freshmen of the animal form department present were horrified. I even couldn't believe my eyes. That was an intermediate mentor at the early stage of the Zun level. He was hit by Shen Junwu so hard that he vomited blood and retreated. He Tianyi, who was sitting in the War Palace, was also frightened to the point of standing up suddenly. Then he appeared in front of Shen Junwu in a flash, staring at Shen Junwu in surprise. What happened? You, how did your martial arts cultivation reach the peak of the martial emperor realm in one fell swoop? War University. Most of the teaching staff comes from the student union. If old students or graduates want to become tutors at Zanzan University, they will first join the student union and directly participate in the management of the school. But if they want to reach the 6th level and become a junior instructor, it will take at least 10 years of training. Is it enough to show how difficult it is to break through the 6th level? But what about Shen Junwu? He only broke through the 5th level of Martial King Realm after arriving at Zanzan University. After a trip to Shiwanda Mountain, in just a few days, my martial arts was promoted to the peak of the 6th level, Martial King Realm. What is this concept? Martial arts is still the most difficult path among all cultivation paths. Many giant figures who have reached the 7th or 8th level of spiritual cultivation are still at the 6th level of martial arts cultivation. It's a long story. Teacher I want spiritual beads, as many as I want, and I want them now. Shen Junwu sighed and spoke urgently. Because he controlled the golden-winged python, he also knew that this evil beast was unwilling to be controlled, and had always had a part of his original spiritual will hidden in secret, waiting for the opportunity. The injuries it shows may not be real. This. He Tianyi was also a little embarrassed. Shen Junwu didn't say anything, and he had already received the reward of number 1 on the war list, so he suddenly returned to ask for spiritual beads. He was also very embarrassed. Shen Junwu, don't be too presumptuous. Do you really think that because you are a dual power user, you can do whatever you want in Zanzan University and take whatever you want? Lu Pingyuan was injured by Shen Junwu's punch, and the hatred in his heart deepened. He immediately shouted, "You didn't even explain your escape from the battle, and you still want the spirit beads. What the hell?" Shen Junwu was so angry that he clenched his fists and really wanted to kill this annoying old dog. For the sake of the overall situation, he could only endure it. With a wave of his hand, the corpses of 106th level Beast Kings and 18 7th level Beast Kings that had been picked up on the battlefield were moved out of the mountain and river realm. How could he hunt down so many high-level Beast Kings, including the 6th level Emperor level Beast King and the 7th level Honorable Beast King? He is still a new student. All the Zanzan University students present were so frightened that they were trembling all over. Lu Pingyuan suffered a greater impact. The corpses of these Beast Kings all piled up in front of him, making him sit on the ground in fear. I couldn't say a word, and I was all covered in cold sweat. Old man, do you think I, Shen Junwu, am a villain who only knows how to take advantage? Shen Junwu's eyes turned cold and he scolded fiercely. These Beast King corpses all have spirit beads in them, are they enough to replace them? Lu Pingyuan looked up. He felt that Shen Junwu was filled with murderous aura, and his heart was so cold that he felt as if he would be torn apart by Shen Junwu in the next second. He Tianyi was frightened. Among the corpses of these Beast Kings, several were in the middle stage of the Zun level during their lifetime, and were not far from the late stage. They were all overlords of the 100,000 mountains. How could Shen Junwu kill so many? No, that's not right. He Tianyi stepped forward and took a closer look. These Beast King corpses were not killed by human weapons, but directly bombarded by extremely powerful Saint-level Beast Kings. The lingering breath from his wound made He Tianyi's mind shaken, and he looked at Shen Junwu without speaking much for a while. I want spiritual beads. Shen Junwu looked at He Tianyi solemnly. Good. Follow me. He Tianyi couldn't imagine what terrible things Shen Junwu had experienced on this trip, and he had no reason to refuse Shen Junwu's request. If it weren't for an emergency, Shen Junwu would not go back to school. It would be more cost-effective to sell it outside and then buy spiritual beads. Enter the war hall. He Tianyi directly absorbed the spiritual energy and handed over all the 6th level and 7th level spiritual beads in the palace to Shen Junwu. Among them, there are 38 6th order ordinary spirit beads, 18 6th order elite spirit beads, 10 6th order Beast King spirit beads, and 3 7th order spirit beads. Thanks. Shen Junwu got the spiritual spirit bead and immediately moved away in the void. The devouring power is Shen Junwu's secret, and the golden winged giant python is Shen Junwu's secret. No one can know it, not even the school's senior instructors. Hey. Just as He Tianyi was about to ask, the person disappeared. 3 days ago, Baili Sheji, Lin Ju and others had lost contact. He was so anxious that he went to ask the principal for instructions, but the principal said that with that guy Shen Junwu here, everything would be fine. But now, Shen Junwu ran back to school and showed extremely anxious mood. How could he feel at ease? But he couldn't catch up with Shen Junwu. In desperation, I had no choice but to come to Principal Li Yi's office again. Stop talking, I've seen everything. Li Yi spoke first and said solemnly, the corpses of the Beast Kings that Mr. Shen brought back were all killed by the Saint-level Beast Kings. Then Principal, can you still sit still? He Tianyi said anxiously, this is about the Beast Soul Palace. Principal, tell me the truth. Did you send an 8th level giant into the 100,000 mountains? No, Li Yi answered honestly. What? He Tianyi was so angry that he said, Principal, that's a mountain of 100,000 yuan. The students are not only faced with endless strange beasts, but also the perverted believers of the Beast Soul Palace. How can you let a freshman Shen Junwu take charge of the overall situation? Aren't you afraid that he will die in Shiwanda Mountain? Okay, don't be so excited. Look, isn't that guy Shen Junwu back with all his beards and tails? Li Yi waved his hand and said solemnly, 3 days ago, I used my soul to sense a brief huge vibration in Shiwen Mountain. I guess there was an earth-shattering battle between the alien beasts. Now it seems that my guess is correct. The war between alien beasts must be related to that boy Shen. He is really clever. This little fool scares me to death. Back to Shiwandashan again. Shen Junwu randomly found a cave and began to use the swallowing power to absorb spiritual beads to increase his mental power. One after another, the spirit beads continued to enter the body. Shen Junwu's mental power continued to grow. The golden-winged giant python in the mountains and rivers seemed to be sensing it, and the spiritual will hidden in the deepest part began to dominate the body, and it used its talents with all its strength to recover from the injury. Beast, let's compete with whoever is faster. Shen Junwu's guess was correct. Not everyone could control an existence of this level like the golden-winged giant python. Even if it encounters an unexpected situation, it still has the means to make a comeback. Shen Junwu's methods are not weak either. Martial arts and physical strength are far superior to supernatural powers, and the endurance is stronger. The absorption of the spiritual energy of the spiritual pearl can melt the chain faster. Not to mention, Shen Junwu also has the legendary swallowing power to help him. With full firepower, a 6th level ordinary spirit bead can be absorbed in just 1 minute without much waste. If this speed were known to Zan Zan University, his flesh and blood would have to be cut off and sent to the laboratory to find out the reason. Mid-5th level, late 5th level, the 5th level peak. After absorbing 38 6th level ordinary spirit beads, 18 6th level elite spirit beads, and 1 6th level Beast King spirit bead, Shen Junwu immediately began to attack the 6th level. At the same time, the golden winged python is also fighting for control of its body, intending to use its body to fight back and gain more mental power. After a game, Shen Junwu's mental power took the lead in breaking through the 6th level and once again suppressed the golden winged python. Next, Shen Junwu did not stop at all and continued to absorb the spiritual beads. After reaching the 6th level of mental power, Shen Junwu felt that his mental power was like a child that couldn't be fed enough, a completely bottomless pit. After absorbing all the remaining 9 6th level spiritual Beast King spirit orbs, they didn't even reach the mid-level 6th level. What a terrible promotion requirement. In the end, General Shen Jun completely absorbed the 3 7th level spiritual spirit beads, which only improved his mental abilities to the late 6th level, Emperor level. There is still a long way to go to break through the 7th level. Beast, come on. Shen Junwu's mental power increased significantly, and he immediately completely sank his spirit into the mountain and river realm, and once again used mind control to invade. The last spiritual will of the golden winged python must be completely controlled. The python sensed the crisis and immediately broke out completely. These days are different. Shen Junwu burst into laughter, not only restraining and suppressing it with the mountain and river realm, but also driving the 6-blade poison horn bee to suck the blood of the giant python and poison it. However, with all the means available and always having the upper hand, Shen Junwu couldn't quickly control the giant python's last spiritual will. How awesome! If the python had been slightly injured when suppressing it, it would have retained more mental will, and the comeback would have been successful. Mental control, mind control, can only control beings whose level of cultivation is lower than one's own. A beast king like the giant python at the late stage of the respect level is completely uncontrollable. Fortunately, Shen Junwu's spiritual skull is strong enough. Each time Shen Junwu broke through, his spirit increased greatly, and he was able to stabilize the giant python. After 10 consecutive mind control and 5 consecutive invasions of mind control, Shen Junwu finally succeeded in controlling the giant python's last spiritual will. The late-level Beast King can be treated as a pet, so there is no hidden danger. The trump card is adding another one. Shen Junwu moved his steps and immediately pursued in the direction where he separated from Lin Ju and others. Although mental powers cannot defend against enemies, it is still harmless to use some mental detection to conduct small-scale detection. It didn't take long. Shen Junwu discovered the marks left by Lin Ju and others along the way, which was quite clever. I know that Shen Junwu will not really abandon them, and I also know that Shen Junwu can finally save people. But they didn't expect it. The real target of the Beast Soul Palace was the Little Dragon King, the son of the God-level Beast King. Shen Junwu almost couldn't come back to save them. Follow the marks. Shen Junwu soon discovered that they were heading towards the lower mountain range of Shiwanda Mountain, and they should have found traces of Fang Xingjian, Shui Qinmo and others. The Beast Soul Palace is indeed cautious. The target was the deepest part of the central mountain range of Shiwanda Mountain, but the kidnapped meat tickets were in the lower part of Shiwanda Mountain, thousands of miles apart. So stubborn. After another space shift, Shen Junwu heard the sound of a fierce fight. Go after it and take a look. It was Lin Ju, Dongfang Bingyan, Nangong Qianyu, Fang Chong, Fang Lin, and Su Fulei, plus 3 high-spirited young people who were besieged by a group of 5th level, Moon-Roaring Sirius. On a hilltop, a girl holding a bone flute stood quietly. She is considered an old acquaintance of Shen Junwu. In the wilderness outside Kengyun City, she and several members of the Beast Temple were trying to capture Feng Sanyu, who had the bloodline of the divine beast Phoenix, into the Beast Soul Temple. This time, she was the one who caught Lin Shuang, Wang Ling and others. The traces are revealed. Shen Junwu had no need to hide and jumped into the battlefield. Shen Junwu, Lin Ju, Dongfang Bingyan, Su Fulei and others were ecstatic when they saw Shen Junwu appear. The fear and panic of the past few days disappeared at this moment. Withdraw. Withdraw immediately. The Bone Flute Girl looked down at the battlefield from a high position, and when she saw Shen Junwu appear, she gave the order in horror. Others didn't know the purpose of the Beast Soul Palace, but she did. Shen Junwu came back alive, and things were terrible. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.